Good evening, everyone, from Candlestick Park in San Francisco. Welcome to Phillies baseball tonight. Game 2 of the 4-game series. The Bills and the San Francisco Giants. Curt Schilling goes for the Phillies, and rookie right-hander Greg Brummett for San Francisco. Harry Callis with Rich Ashburn and Chris Wheeler on a windy night. Always windy here at the Stick. And Brummett is a rookie. The Phillies have never faced him, but he'll feel secure, I'm sure, with the knowledge that Curt Manwaring is back there behind the plate for him. Manwaring, Whitey, is a catcher that might be a truly underrated player in this league.
I think he's surprised some people, probably even the Giants, especially in his hitting. He's hit over 300. He's not really a power hitter. His second home run here yesterday. And but he's excellent at throwing runners out. I think he leads the National League in that percentage. He gets the ball away quickly, and he throws accurately. Now, I think you have to give his pitchers a little credit. They do get the ball to him in a hurry, and they keep the runners fairly close. So that helps Manwaring a lot. But if you're going to win, you got to have a good catcher.
He's done a fine job for the Giants. We were remarking yesterday, Wheels, about John Kruk hobbling around, and he's back in the lineup tonight. What are the extent of his injuries?
Well, the latest one is that he has a bad left ankle. Now, we all thought yesterday that he was having knee problems again, Harry, but it turns out he has a bad left ankle. He hit himself with a bat. So he had x-rays this afternoon, and the last we heard was he's okay. He's in the lineup tonight. Jim Fregosi says he can play. But Jimmy did tell us before the game that Ricky Jordan will play tomorrow. He's going to give him a day off tomorrow.
Curt Schilling goes against Greg Brummett. We'll have the starting lineups for you after these messages. The Phillies and the San Francisco Giants is being brought to you by Cisco. Giants are playing a lot of day games, mostly day games on this homestand. Tonight a night game, and the winds are always a factor here at the Stick. We'll have to wait and see because they do change. Right now it would appear that they're going to help the ball to left field, but we'll have to wait and see how the fly balls react. But it's always an adventure here at the Stick. Jim Fregosi's lineup tonight. We'll have Lenny Dykstra, center fielder, leading off. Mariano Duncan, shortstop, bats second. John Kruk, first base, hitting third. Dave Hollins, third base, bats fourth. Jim Eisenreich in right field will hit fifth. Pete Incaviglia in left field, batting sixth. Todd Pratt will catch tonight. He'll hit seventh. Mickey Morandini, second baseman, batting eighth. And Curt Schilling pitching and hitting ninth. They will be facing Greg Brummett, the rookie right-hander.
Greg Brummett is 6 foot, 180-pounder. He's 26 years of age, out of Wichita, Kansas. Number 11 pick for the Giants in June of '89. Won his major league debut a few starts ago, but since then he has lost 3 in a row, and he's been up and down 3 times for the Giants this year.
Defensively behind Brummett, it'll be Matt Williams at third base, Royce Clayton back at shortstop, Robbie Thompson at second, and Will Clark at first. Curt Manwaring catching. Barry Bonds in left field, Darren Lewis in center field, and Dave Martinez will be in right. Ron Barnes will call the balls and strikes tonight. Tom Hallion at first base, Jim Quick at second, and Steve Ripley at third. Brummett is not an overpowering pitcher. He'll throw sinking fastball, curveball, take something off both pitches, likes to change speeds. As Wheels mentioned, a Wichita State graduate in 1990. He was the most valuable player of the College World Series in 1989 when Wichita State won the College World Championship.
There's Dusty Baker, a guy who Joe Morgan told Rich Ashburn on a pregame radio show he thinks is the reason why the Giants are as good as they are this year. Not Barry Bonds or Robbie Thompson or Matt Williams, but because of what Dusty Baker has accomplished this year. He came into the season with a plan. Some criticize him for hitting Bonds fifth instead of third, and he stuck to his guns, and according to Joe Morgan, Dusty Baker's the MVP of the Giants.
Here's Lenny Dykstra hitting at .299. 1 ball and no strikes. Lenny has played in all 98 games for the Phillies this year. Leads the league in runs scored, 89. Second in the league in walks, 78. Fourth in the league in on-base percentage. 1 ball and 1 strike. thanks to Roberta Kissinger, now living in Menlo Park, formerly of Spring City, Pennsylvania. Always sends us up chocolate chip cookies whenever we're in San Francisco. Missing with a breaking ball. It's 2-1. Cardinals are tied 3-3 in the 5th inning at Colorado. Cardinals lost one at Colorado last night, so the Phillies lead still 5 in the East. Giants lead now is 9.5 in the West. Atlanta has won their game over Pittsburgh 6-2. All 6 coming in the 9th inning for the Braves. Dykstra is aboard with a walk. His 79th. He's now tied with John Kruk for the league leadership.
Well, you know, you like to see your leadoff man walk, and Dykstra does that, but especially, Harry, when you're facing a pitcher never seen before. The other hitters really appreciate that. They made Brummett throw a couple of breaking balls, a couple sinkers to Dykstra, so they saw a couple of his pitches.
Mariano Duncan hitting at .269. Lenny Dykstra, pretty good size lead at first base. As we mentioned, though, Kurt Manwaring leading the National League catchers in throwing out base runners. 43.9% tops in the National League. It's Manwaring. 1 ball and no strikes in 23 and a third innings. 6 walks given up by Brummett, 11 strikeouts.
See Dykstra going back. He is the leader on the ball club in steals with those 24. And he's not a guy who runs a lot. He's a strategic base stealer more than anything. He steals a base when he thinks it's most important.
On the inside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike to Mariano Duncan. Brummett at Phoenix was 7-5. He's been up 3 different times with the Giants. Most of his work at Phoenix, where he was 7-5 with a 3.54 ERA.
Cardinals jumped off to a 3-0 lead on Colorado tonight in the first inning. They tied it to the Rockies, and now they've gone ahead 5-3 in the 5th.
Dykstra diving back safely. One ball and 1 strike to Duncan. Missing. 2-1.
Breaking ball he's throwing looks like it floats up there, else the wind's getting it. Because he doesn't throw it very hard. It's kind of like a in-between breaking ball, maybe a slurve.
Pops him up in the air. Manwaring and Clark. Clark makes the grab and foul ground. Well, Duncan's out, 1 down. That'll bring up John Kruk.
He didn't see it. That's what Lenny was just. I had a little talk with Lenny on the bench before the game, and most of it you can't repeat, but the crux of it was he doesn't like playing here very much. He doesn't see the ball very well. The dirt's in his eyes all the time. He just hates it.
No pun intended, I guess, with a picture of Kruk.
No pun intended. He doesn't like it here either. Well, nobody does. I mean, the Giants just use it very well. They use the conditions here against the opposition.
John Kruk hitting .343, 5th best in the league, leads the league in on-base percentage, tied for the league lead in walks. And he spun his wheels a little bit. Early indications are that Brummett is kind of a nibbler as a pitcher. Tries to work both sides of the plate and tries to paint the corners. You can see that he is not overpowering and not a strikeout pitcher.
Lenny Dykstra and Mel, he said a couple on 2 moves over there. Lenny sees something that Brummett's doing, and he wants Mel Roberts to, help him probably just yell back when he makes that movement. I think he's figured out when he's going to come over there.
One ball and no strikes to John Kruk.
Mariano Duncan had a hanging breaking ball, middle in to hit, and pulled off it and hit that pop-up. There's Duncan. He knows he had a good pitch to hit. Well, he's explaining to Morandini what he saw in that first at bat.
Another throw to first base. Missing away, 2-0. Cincinnati beat Florida tonight 3-2, and Houston beat the Cubs 5-1. Two balls and no strikes to Brummett. Wild pitch, that'll move Dykstra up to second base. And it's 3-0 to John Kruk. So Brummett is struggling here early with his control. As Chris mentioned, he won his first major league start, his major league debut. He beat Atlanta 6-3, and since then has lost 3 in a row. Ball 4, he walked in. So Kruk regains the league leadership in walks, one ahead of Lenny Dykstra with his 80th. Dick Pohl, the pitching coach, now is going to come out and talk to Brummett.
Most of the plays, if you watch the game yesterday, they were outstanding defensively.
It'll bring on Dave Hollins with 2 men on base and 1 out here in the first. Hollins hitting at .270. 10 homers. He's knocked in 56. Missing. Ball 1.
He's throwing fastball, which is a kind of a sinker, and an off-speed breaking ball, and in between curve and slider. They're the 2 pitches he's thrown thus far.
He popped him up in the infield. Royce Clayton, the shortstop, makes the grab. Infield fly rule in effect. 2 down, and that'll bring on Jim Eisenreich. Eisenreich hitting at .342. He's been a good hitter with runners in scoring position. .382 with runners in scoring position. Kurt Manwaring.
Well,
flashing signs.
Yeah, usually you see that when there's runners at first and third, Harry, about, you know, if a runner breaks or a runner at third. But I mean first and third, but usually you don't see a catcher do that first and second.
On the inside corner at the knees for a strike.
All he's doing is giving signs to his middle infielders on what he's going to do if the runners break. Whether he's going to throw through, whether he wants the ball to be cut off.
Chase the low breaking ball, nothing in 2.
Phillies really are helping Brummett in this inning. He walked 2, and he would walk more, except they're chasing a lot of bad pitches on him.
Ball gets away from Manwaring. Throw to third. Dykstra's safe there. Holding at first is Kruk. It'll probably be another wild pitch on Brummett.
He's really wild in this inning. The Phillies haven't been able to capitalize yet. That's another breaking ball in the dirt, and it bounces away from Manwaring. Dykstra getting a good jump on it, moves up to third. Kruk did not get any kind of a jump, so with the ankle the way he is, he just stayed at first.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Eisenreich. Fouls it out of play. Third base side, still 1-2. Colorado got another run. They lead St. Louis now 6-3. Ground ball to second base. Robbie Thompson throws out Eisenreich. That'll retire the Phils in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2. San Francisco lineup tonight will have Darren Lewis, center fielder, leading off. Robbie Thompson, second base, bats second. Will Clark, first baseman, hitting third. Matt Williams, third base, bats fourth. Barry Bonds, left fielder, hitting fifth. Dave Martinez, right fielder, bats sixth. Royce Clayton back at shortstop, hitting seventh. Kurt Manwaring, the catcher, batting eighth. And batting ninth and pitching, Greg Brummett. They're facing Kurt Schilling.
Schilling is 6'4", 215-pounder. Schilling 26 years of age, 9-6 on the year, and lifetime against these Giants 0-2 in 13 games.
Dave Hollins at third base, defensively behind him. Mariano Duncan at shortstop. Mickey Morandini at second, and John Kruk at first. Todd Pratt catching tonight. In the outfield, Pete Incaviglia in left field. Lenny Dykstra in center, and Jim Eisenreich in right. Darren Lewis will lead it off. Lewis hitting at .264. 64 runs scored, fourth in the league in that department, second in the league in stolen bases. One strike to Darren Lewis. Bouncing ball to shortstop, Mariano Duncan. Ooh, just got him. I'll tell you. Ball took a little bit of a hop on Duncan. I'm not so sure he got him. He's called out. Let's take a look at it.
Well, and Harry said it takes a hop on him, so it backs him up. Now he can't get much on the throw. You can see he had a throw on the run without getting his feet planted.
Wow.
Close.
Very close.
The throw was kind of just floating over to first base because he couldn't get much on it.
That'll bring up Robbie Thompson, who's hitting at .327, 8th best in the National League, just off the disabled list yesterday and had a 2-hit game. One strike to him. Lifetime against Schilling, Robbie is 2 for 10. One of them a home run. No balls and 2 strikes. Phillies are 3-6 against San Francisco this year. Struck him out.
Looked like it might have been a fork ball. Ball really went down. Well, Schilling's fastball doesn't sink that much. Let's see if that in the split finger. Oh yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, it's
the way it went down that fast.
Two outs, and that'll bring up Will Clark. Thrill hitting at .275. One ball and no strikes. Two and nothing.
Appropriately dressed.
It'll be chilly out here tonight. Fouled it straight back. 2-1 to Clark.
Slight contrast to the weather the Phillies and Giants had when the Giants were in Philadelphia.
Yeah, really.
Phillies have the parkas on in their dugout tonight. They broke out the big old long jackets. There they are.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Will Clark. Kansas City has beaten Detroit in the American League 7-6. Ground ball hit sharply, but backhanded by Duncan. He throws out Clark. 1-2-3 inning for Schilling. No runs, hits, or errors, and none left at the end of 1-0.
We know how to help you save. during the Dodge 93 model clearance. Take this Shadow. It comes with all kinds of stuff, like AM/FM stereo, automatic, air conditioning, and $13.50 in total savings. That's a lot of car for under $10,100.
Is this correct?
Absolutely. The factory authorized 93 model clearance. See your nearest Dodge dealer today.
The Phillies look to cook a Canadian goose when they play Montreal Tuesday, August 10th and Wednesday, August 11th at 7:35. And Thursday, August 12th at 12:35 at a business person special. Then Bonilla, Doc, and the Mets make a house call Friday, August 13th, 7:35. Saturday, August 14th, 7:05. And Sunday, August 15th at 1:35. When kids 14 and under get a free Phillies road jersey. Call 463-1000.
From Hollywood Pictures, The Farmer's Daughter has just met the city slicker.
Nice piggy, nice piggy, nice piggy!
Now they're getting engaged, and her family's getting nervous.
He's weird.
They don't really understand him.
Steam, like a jacuzzi. Pop in. Ow!
But the more they get to know him,
I'm gonna hit him over the head with a shovel.
the closer they'll become. Son-in-law.
Dude, I was doing CPR. I know what I'm doing.
I'd rather die.
Rated PG-13. Now playing at a theater near you.
After one inning of play, the Phils nothing and San Francisco nothing. Upcoming telecasts of Phillies baseball include Sunday afternoon's final game of the series with the Giants at 4 o'clock and Tuesday night's game. First game of a 3-game series with St. Louis on Prism at 7:30. Pete Incaviglia will lead it off. McMahon hitting a .253, 13 homers, 53 RBIs. Although he has struggled here in the month of July, 1 for 29. Bouncing ball to Matt Williams. Throws out Incaviglia. Williams is a good glove at third base.
That ball took a funny hop on him, too. It
Looked like it hit the seam.
Yeah, and he made a good play on it. Changed direction. Terry said Matt Williams is really good. That hit just past the cutout, and then it went straight down, and he went down and got it and threw out Incaviglia.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. Todd Pratt takes one outside for a ball. Pratt hitting a .239. Couple of homers. He's knocked in 5. Darren Dalton getting the night off. He'll probably be in there tomorrow and Sunday, I guess. He hits Bill Swift so well. I assume that he'll play on Sunday also. His buddy John Kruk will not be in there tomorrow.
Right, Swift is back in the rotation. They had taken him out for Black and then changed their mind.
Swift is 113.
Yeah, I'd say back in the rotation. I mean, they're just going to pitch Black on Sunday and then Swift the next game.
1-2 to Todd Pratt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Winds have kind of died down here, fortunately. Fouled back.
Gary Kurtz, formerly of Medford Lakes, New Jersey, like to say hello to Billy, Matt, Guy, Amanda, and Ashley back in Medford Lakes watching the ball game tonight. Ran into him in a place here in San Francisco last night. Nice restaurant. So, hi to everybody back home.
Missing with it, it's a full count. 3-2 to Todd Pratt with 1 out. Loops a foul down the first base side. Still 3-2.
Birthday wishes tonight to, this is what it says, Grandma Rose, 82, and to Ed Gracner of Bartow, Pennsylvania, 84.
Pratt's called out on strikes. First strikeout for Brummett. 2 down. It'll bring on Mickey Morandini. Here's the 3-2 pitch.
Brett thought he had ball 4. Ball looked like it ran back a little bit.
Did run back a little bit, but
it was ball 4.
Yeah, outside. Morandini hitting at .236. One and nothing. Baltimore has beaten Minnesota 5-1 tonight. Boston over Oakland 6-5. Yankees keeping pace with a 5-2 win over California. Cleveland crushed Seattle 9-4. Toronto leading their game at Texas 5-3. In the air to shallow left field, Barry Bonds makes the play, and that will retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 0-0.
Do you have a hearty appetite for action? Satisfy your hunger with a Bronson Angry Man movie, featuring 50% more action than regular movies. You'll see Charles Bronson settle his beef with high-stakes criminals as he assaults them with punches and peppers them with bullets, giving them gravy misgivings. It's a feast for the eyes as he beams the bad guys and beats the outlaws. With your movie, you'll get a generous portion of au gratin killers getting their just desserts. Look for these varieties of Bronson Angry Man movies, Monday and Tuesday night at 8 on PHL 17.
Some people hate to stop for gasoline. We do it for a living. Just go from one Sunoco station to another. Checking to make sure a gallon is truly a gallon. That the octane you pay for is the octane you get. That the gasoline is as good coming out of the pump as it was coming out of the refinery. So next time you're moaning because you have to pull over for gasoline, think of us. We have to stop 1,183 times this year.
Upon completing the rear axle assembly diagrams of using a 9-inch gripping wrench, tighten the C diagrams have secured the frame extenders to the housing mount. Congratulations, you built a tricycle. While the simplest things can be made complex, the challenge is making the complex simple. But that's what we do at Bell Atlantic Mobile, with straight answers, clear explanations, and with no assembly required. Bell Atlantic Mobile, advanced technology and people who make it mean something.
Stop dreaming and live the life of a Philly at Phillies Dream Week. 1 week in Clearwater Beach, Florida this January to laugh and play with Ennis, Taylor, Hebner, Wise, and me more. So call now 215-938-1200. Space is limited, 938-1200.
Well, the third midweek game at Veterans Stadium brings St. Louis Cardinals to bat on July 29th at 12:35. Always fun in the sun against the running Redbirds. Compliments of Mellon PSFS. Make your plans early by calling 463-1000. Tickets going fast for that business person special. Thursday, July 29th at 12:35. 1 ball and no strikes to Matt Williams, who's hitting at .295, second in the league in homers, 22, third in the league in RBIs with 69. He offered a low breaking ball, 1-1.
Happy 93rd birthday to Libby Heinsroth of Wilmington, Delaware. Says she's been following the Phillies for 60 years.
One and one to Williams. In the inside corner. Williams didn't like it. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, here's the pitch, and you judge for yourself. Might have been inside.
Up and in, 2-2 to Matt Williams.
Now Williams hit a home run off Schilling in the 9th inning out here in a game the Phillies eventually won in 12. His home run tied the ball game on the first trip out. Schilling pitched a great game that night after he got sculled by Willie McGee.
Him out. Second strikeout for Schilling. 1 down here in the second. It'll bring up Barry Bonds.
Schilling telling us the night coming out here that he was going to pitch inside a lot. And then he thought maybe he could get some people out of the way by establishing in. And he did that with Matt Williams in that at bat. He established the pitch inside, got himself a little extra room to play with away, and got him to chase one.
Bonds hitting at .348, leads the league in homers 27 and RBIs with 76. Second in the league in runs scored, 77. Way out in the league lead in total bases. 227 total bases. Jeff Bagwell next, well behind him at 190. Colorado leading at 6-4. And mile high over those Cardinals. Two quick strikes to Barry Bonds. One and two. Don Pratt to talk to Schilling, Jim Fregosi, John Vukovich, and Dennis Menke in the Phillies dugout. Johnny Padres. Struck him out. The third strikeout for Schilling. Got him with high heat.
Schilling really pitched Bonds well. He was in on him early in the count and then went away and threw a good fastball to him. It looked like Bonds was guessing middle in then and had a late swing on the ball away from him.
Brings on Dave Martinez, who's hitting at .225. Willie McGee still shelled with injuries. Not going to rush him back. Sure he's 100% before they run McGee back out there, and they can afford that with the kind of lead they have in the West, 9.5 games.
There is Willie McGee, and they have Mark Carrion and Dave Martinez around, you know, who can play right field just fine. Do a good job for him in a platoon role.
2 balls and no strikes to Dave Martinez. Into left center. Dykstra can't get it. Fields it on one hop, and Martinez will race into second with a stand-up double. First hit of the ball game, a double by Martinez. He is a dead fastball hitter, and Schilling got behind 2-0 and gave him a fastball. Martinez won't miss many fastballs,
especially a low fastball, because he's a low ball hitter. Dykstra cuts this ball off, but his momentum was taking him away from the play. Martinez knows that and coasts into second. Now this guy coming up now, Royce Clayton, he was a first ball hitter a whole series against the Phillies in Philadelphia, and he hurt them a lot on first balls.
He's hitting .298. He's been a tough out for Schilling. 6 for 9 lifetime against Schilling. On the outside corner for a strike. Cardinals have scored another run. Colorado still leads that one 6-5. In the 6th inning. No lead big enough at Mile High Stadium.
No.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, it's been a long top of the 6th.
To Royce Clayton.
He's thrown Clayton 2 real good fastballs on the outside corner. He's taken both of them for strikes. Clayton will chase breaking balls if you get ahead of him. If you throw him a good breaking ball down and away. He's moved up on the plate this year, choking up a little bit too, and I think it's really helped him. He used to be down on the end of the bat.
Played off the high pitch. It's 2-2. Giants team batting average is .286. Leading the league.
There's a guy that helps a lot of their players with their hitting. Bobby Bonds.
Fouls it out of play. Stays alive at 2-2. 0-0 game here in the bottom of the second. As we were mentioning, Mile High Stadium, no lead big enough. St. Louis has 2 more in that inning. They now have taken the lead 7-6. But as the Cardinals found out last night, their lead wasn't big enough either. They had a 6-3 lead after 7, lost the game. Pratt and Schilling want to make sure they're on the same wavelength as far as how they want to pitch to Clayton here with a runner at second base. First base is open, but you got an 8-hole hitter that's hitting .304, Kirk Manwaring. So up and down the lineup, pretty good batting averages for the Giants. Struck him out. Strikes out the side, does Schilling. And that will retire the Giants. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left after 2, 0-0. Struck out the side in the second. Getting some tough hitters. Matt Williams here.
Breaking ball away after coming inside on him, and then a fastball away to Bonds. We think this might be another forkball that he throws. See if he can.
Yeah,
yep,
it is.
He's splitting it. Yeah,
you can see the grip,
and it goes down in a hurry. So he's gotten
really
2
good.
strikeouts on forkballs tonight.
Good stuff here in the early going. 4 strikeouts in 2 innings, and he'll lead off the Phillies' third. Schilling hitting at 150. 1 ball and no strikes. Our trivia question tonight: who are the only 2 players in Major League history who have recorded 3,000 hits, 200 home runs, 200 stolen bases, and 100 or more triples? There are only 2 players in Major League history to do that. I guess the big key would probably be those triples, 100 or more in a career. Ball and 2 strikes to Schilling. Cardinals not got another run. They're still batting in the 6th. It's 8-6 St. Louis.
The 6th inning had been out a long time.
One's outside. It's 2-2.
Are those players that you just brought up, could they both be in the National League?
Would be incorrect. 1 National, 1 American. Beats the foul back behind the plate. Still 2-2. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Brummett. 1 down here in the 3rd. That'll bring up the top of the order Lenny Dykstra, who walked his first time up. Sunday, August 1st, against the Pittsburgh Pirates is our annual nostalgia game. Great day. The Phillies and the Buccos will wear uniforms from 1933 as we turn back the clock. And all fans receive a great-looking poster featuring the Phillies offensive players, compliments at Thriftway. That'll be the Phils and the Buccos, 1:35 Sunday, August 1st. For tickets, call 463-1000 or stop by the Center City ticket office at Mellon PSFS at Broad and Chestnut. Slider just missing for a ball, 1-0. Well, every time we look up at the scoreboard, there's a new number for St. Louis. Now it's 10-6 Cardinals, still batting in the 6th inning. Here's a line drive hit to right field, taken on 1 hop by Martinez. And Dykstra has the Phillies' first hit, a line single to right.
There it is. And that little whatever that is has been pointing up for a long time in that 6th inning, meaning the Cardinals have been batting. Lenny Dykstra has now seen Brummett 1 time, walked the first time up, wastes little time. He knows he has that little sinker he's trying to throw down and away from him, and he gets it before it sinks.
Brings on Mariano Duncan. He fouled out to Will Clark his first time up. Brummett will try to keep Dykstra close. Lenny with 24 steals, 16 in a row.
Game hitting streak for him. Called a balk. Second base umpire Jim Quick.
Quick.
Yeah, his hands went up first, it looked like. I didn't know he was into that.
I don't recall him being into that, no.
Maybe Quick was tired of watching him move to first so much.
That's the non-hesitation. Or the nitpicking balk. In the air to left center field, Darren Lewis won't drop it. He hasn't made an error in his major league career. Darren Lewis, playing in his 274th major league game, yet to make an error. That's incredible for any park, but especially playing here at this park. The wind and the sun, all the day games.
He's amazing.
Coach Bobby Bonds says he gets the best jump on a baseball of any outfielder he has ever seen.
And Bonds played with Willie Mays.
That's correct. That's an amazing statement. John Kruk walked his first time up. In the dirt, 1 ball and no strikes. There's Bobby Bonds. As we glance up at the scoreboard, 1 more run for St. Louis. It's now 11-6.
It's at an 8-run inning. I think it started out 6-3, didn't it?
I think it did, yeah.
Boy, they can put some runs up in that place.
Dykstra got a good jump. He'll steal third base. Stolen base number 25 for Lenny. His 17th in a row without being thrown out.
Kruk saw him go, too, and took the pitch all the way. It was an off-speed pitch. Dykstra, well, he comes to play every night, but he looks like he's really into this game. Been on the bases twice and running them with reckless abandon. Steals it easily.
And this fellow's thrown a couple of wild pitches, so Dykstra will be alert at third base. Close to another one. It's 3-0 to Kruk. Jim Fregosi gives a lot of 3-0 lights. How about here?
Yeah, I would think he would give him a 3-0 light. I mean, Kruk has seen Brummett once and knows it doesn't have anything real overpowering.
Walked him on 4 pitches. The second time Kruk has walked. That's the 3rd walk given up by Brummett. Kruk now with 81 walks to lead the league, and the batter will be Dave Hollins, who popped up his first time up. Kruk and Will Clark. Kruk converses a lot at first base, whether he's playing defense or running the bases.
He hated the outfield because there's nobody to talk to.
1 ball and no strikes.
Now, Hollins got himself out the first time up. He got a sinker ball from Brummett a little bit inside, jammed himself, and popped up to the infield.
Philly runners first and third with 2 down. Popped it up. In the infield, Matt Williams in foul ground makes the play, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, still 0-0. Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Smooth Bush Beer and easy drinking Bush Light. Head for the mountains of Bush. By Pizza Hut. Call Pizza Hut delivery now and have your pizza by the 6th inning. And by the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company. Kurt Manwaring leads it off for the Giants here in the 3rd, hitting at .304. Looks at a strike. Our trivia question tonight: can you name the only 2 players in Major League history who have recorded 3,000 or more hits, 200 or more homers, 200 or more stolen bases, and 100 or more triples? Foul back and out of play.
Well, I'm going to say Stan Musial and Ty Cobb.
Good guesses. Both incorrect, however.
They were good guesses, huh?
How about the guy that played here?
Mays?
Willie Howard.
I'm trying to think which one of those Musial wouldn't have had. Maybe the triples.
lined into right field, but right at Eisenreich, one down.
Who's the American League? Mantle?
How about that Robin Yount?
Robin Yount, wow. Good question.
Robin Yount, of course, we don't get a chance to see him play being in the National League, but he really has put up some good numbers in his career. Almost quietly.
Well, that's because he's not a much quoted player. You know, he's always been he's a quiet player. You don't hear something much from him.
Brummett, the pitcher, takes one a little bit high for a ball. Brummett is nothing for 7 as a hitter.
It's like Cecil Fielder. Can you imagine if he had Henderson's personality or something? The numbers he puts up, but you hardly hear about Cecil Fielder.
Yeah. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Don't see him doing commercials. Don't see him quoted very often. You know, he just does a great job.
On the outside corner, 1-2 to Brummett. Got his bat on the ball to Kruk. Kruk will make the play himself. Brummett's retired. That's 2 down. Ken Baptiste. Ken Baptiste toying with that youngster in the stands. Ken's a gregarious young man.
And did a great job for the Phillies at third base when Hollins was out.
Yeah. Here's Darren Lewis. Lewis grounded out his first time up, takes one over. Schilling has been throwing strikes.
8 runs for the Cardinals with only 1 out. They are still batting at Mile High.
How many pitchers Don Baylor has run out there in that inning? 0-2. Colorado pitching staff is a shell-shocked staff. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rockies team ERA is 5.81. More than 1 run ahead of the next worst staff, which is Pittsburgh at 4.72.
And it would be unlikely it would go down much tonight.
581. Lead the league in issuing walks. 349 of them.
And that ballpark they play in is, you know, they have when they go on the road, their numbers are much better. But when they're at home with that pitching staff in that ballpark, it's trouble for them.
Bouncing ball, that's going to be trouble. With his speed, no chance. Base hit for Darren Lewis. An infield single. And Schilling will have to watch him now.
Lewis has stolen 33 bases, and Sarri said with his speed, there was no chance. Once this ball gets over Schilling's head, and Kurt makes a good effort to get it, you'll see him leap here just over his glove, and now Duncan does all he can do, and you can't get Darren Lewis on this play.
Brings on Robbie Thompson, who struck out his first time up. Fouls it out of play. No balls and a strike. Giants have been drawing good crowds, and why not? They've dressed up this ballpark since Peter McGowan has taken over as president and CEO, and of course they're playing exceptional baseball. One ball and 1 strike.
There's 33 steals for Lewis, second only to Vince Coleman of New York, who has 38. Well, they finally got him out, those Rockies, in the bottom of the 6th now, 11-6.
There he goes, but it's fouled out of play down the right field side, 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes to Robbie Thompson. Lewis will probably go again here. Nope. Doesn't matter. It's a wild pitch. goes into the crowd. So he's at second base, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Robbie Thompson.
That ball hopped so high, I wonder if it hit Pratt's shin guards. It's a breaking ball. Boy, did that bounce high.
Bounce into the crowd.
Because Lewis was thinking about going all the way to third.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Robbie Thompson. Full count.
Will Clark on deck. Robbie Thompson will chase breaking balls, but he might have to challenge him here.
Oh. Just missed with that one. Schilling wanted it. It was close.
It was theirs is what happened. And you see the bench's reaction. I mean, that pitch is right there, too. He just missed it, did Ron Barnes. My goodness. That's tough, too, because now you got to face Will Clark with 2 men on. Look at this. I mean, that's a strike.
Here's Clark, who grounded to short his first time up. Fouls it out of play. 1 strike to Clark. Colorado got 1 back in the bottom of the 6th. It's 11-7.
It's fun to watch the scoreboard that's on all the time, like the ones they have here now, when you have that kind of game like they have going out there.
One strike to Will Clark. Up and in for a ball, 1-1. Ball and 2 strikes to Will Clark. Schilling appears to be using a lot more forkballs tonight than he has in previous starts, and see if he tries to put Clark away with that pitch.
Well, he felt tonight coming into this game, as I said, he's got to move the ball in and out, but he also felt he really has to change speeds with this Giants team because they're such a good fastball hitting club. The home plate umpire, the reason right now while Schilling's in a longer inning than he should be in, and having to make really tough pitches to a guy like Will Clark.
1 ball and 2 strikes. A bit wide. Two and 2. Tires awaiting and calls time.
It's a big pitch for Schilling, and he and Pratt are just having a little trouble getting together on what they want to throw here.
Struck him out. Got him with a fastball. 5 strikeouts for Schilling in the first 3 innings. Schilling now saying something to the plate umpire. Walking off. Maybe not a good idea. He's got more innings to pitch. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. Rich Ashburn joins Chris Wheeler in the 4th. After 3, it's 0-0.
Live from Philly, it's Bud Light.
Bud Light is in the house!
12:35, the Phillies and the Montreal Expos. Jim Eisenreich leads it off for the Phillies in a scoreless game in the fourth. Hits it to left field and deep. Back going Bonds. Still going back. It is gone. Home run to the opposite field by Jim Eisenreich. His third home run of the year, and the Phillies lead it 1-0, Whitey, and we know which way the ball's carrying after that.
Yeah, you know, you had to wonder about that. In batting practice, it looked like the ball was carrying maybe to right field. He did hit that ball well, but it looked like something picked it up and carried it over the left field fence.
Yeah, there's a definite jet stream out there.
That's that sinker ball out of way, and he really laid on it. And if Bonds can't catch it, it is not going to be caught.
That's those new bleacher seats they put out there this year. That used to be an open area, of course. We have a little delay of the game right now as Lenny Dykstra congratulates Eisenreich as a fan threw the ball back onto the playing field. Jim Eisenreich, his first opposite field homer of the year. Here's Incaviglia, grounded out his first time up, takes a pitch outside. That was hit number 2 for the Phils. They lead at 1-0. Fouls it away. Colorado has added another run. It's 11-8 now, St. Louis in the 7th inning. So they go to the 7th, 11-8. They're having a Donnybrook at Mile High tonight. A ball and a strike on Incaviglia. 1-2 on Pete. The on-deck hitter Todd Pratt, then Morandini due to follow, and then Schilling. Incaviglia playing left field tonight.
That's a pitch that Pete has to lay off, and when he does lay off that low slider, he's a much better hitter. Laid off that one.
Pitcher Brummett, it basically looked like he's trying to throw sinker and kind of a slurve type of breaking ball. Not too much else.
Well, that's not too bad, those pitches, if you can get them over.
High in the air to center for Darren Lewis. As we talked about earlier, he doesn't miss them, so you figure he's going to catch it sooner or later.
That's the pitch there that Incaviglia would really like to have back. It was a slider, and it was up, and it was over the plate. And it looked like he identified it. He saw it. Look at there.
Pulled off it. Look where his hip is.
Yeah, but he had a pretty good part of the bat on it. He just got under it.
Well, he's been pulling off everything in this slump he's in. You could see he had a pull-off swing there. Here's Todd Pratt. He hits one to right center. It's carrying pretty well. Back goes Martinez at the track. 2 down. The Phillies hit 3 balls in the air so far in this inning. Pratt has pretty good power to right center. And Morandini, the batter, he hit a fly ball to Bonds his first time up. Identical totals in the hit category. 2 hits, no errors, and the Phils now with 1 run.
Suzanne Gold in Richboro, a birthday today.
The ball and no strikes to Morandini with 2 outs and nobody on base. He hits it foul. Right past Larry Bowe, who just barely got out of the way of that one. Bowe's reaction. He's still nimble. And needed to be on that one. Here's the 1-1 to Morandini. Fouled it straight back. Brummett tonight has walked 3, struck out 2, thrown 2 wild pitches. And the Phillies have just gotten on the board on an opposite field home run by Eisenreich. Morandini hits it foul right field side, out of play as he got out in front of it. Hit a long way. Hit the upper deck and bounced back.
Chris Lamoureux and his wife Dale here. Chris used to work Channel 17 a few years ago.
The ball and 2 strikes. And low, 2-2. Schilling waits on deck. Will Clark. That's a fair ball. He's going to need Brummett, who just gets there in time to beat Morandini. Good hookup by the first baseman and pitcher. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. 1-0 Phillies. To the bottom of the 4th we go.
Clint Eastwood.
35 game, a brand new gift for kids 14 and under. A gray shirt that looks just like the Phillies road jersey, including the logo in Phillies red. Compliments of Gatorade. It's a must for all kids. Make your plans to come on out early. Order tickets by calling 463-1000 or stop by the Center City ticket office at Mellon PSFS Broad and Chestnut. Sunday the 15th against the Mets. Here's a play that ended the inning, Whitey.
Yeah, that's a nice little flip there by Will Clark, and routine play. They practice all the time, but sometimes you run into trouble if you don't do it right.
Matt Williams, the batter. Williams struck out his first time up. Schilling's walked 1, struck out 5 thus far, and given up 2 hits. It'll be Williams, Bonds, and Dave Martinez here in the 4th inning. Speared by Holland. Oh, he came back inside to Williams that time, and he nailed it 1 away.
Off-speed pitch, and Williams really teed it up there.
He's been throwing a lot of fork balls tonight. In fact, he's gotten a couple outs on fork balls. There's a line smash to Hollins. Bonds, the batter, he struck out his first time up on a fastball away looking. Breaking ball misses. Breaking ball in the outside corner.
Pitching Bonds out there all night. Pat pulls that ball in so quickly, he doesn't give the umpire a chance to look it over. I think both those first two pitches were a little outside.
1-2. See if they come into him now. They do, and he takes it for a ball.
He didn't get the pitch. That's exactly where he wanted to throw it.
Yep, after setting him up away, came back inside. Phillies thought he missed the pitch on Thompson last inning to walk Robbie Thompson. Home plate umpires Ron Barnes. 3-2 is down low and outside, so now it's 3-2 on Barry Bonds. Schilling has made a lot of good pitches already tonight on a tough hitting lineup. Swing at that one and fouled it back.
Good thing he didn't hit that. The park would not have held it, no matter which part of the park he went to.
Cardinals are back to scoring runs again. They have 12 now, 12-8. Cardinals batting in the 7th. Here's the next pitch to Bonds, hit to left, and it's going to carry. Back goes in Cavilla, and he makes a good play. Geez, he hit that ball off the end of the bat, and look how far it went. The ball is really carrying to left field.
Ball was out away from him, and it was between the meat of the bat and the end. He's kind of fallen away a little bit, but it still would have hit the fence.
I think Bonds thought it was a home run when he hit it. After watching the ball Eisenreich hit sail over his head, see Schilling's reaction. He says, was that ball up? Wasn't a bad pitch. Martinez, the batter, he doubled to left center his first time up, 1 for 1. Batting at .232. 2 outs and nobody on base. Dave Martinez, much traveled. Was with Cincinnati last year. He's been with the Cubs. He's been with Montreal. Phillies were interested in him in the offseason as a free agent. He wound up coming here. 2-0. Got that double on a 2-0 pitch last time. Schilling gets it over, 2-1. The on-deck batter is Royce Clayton. strike called. Good pitch by Schilling, breaking ball. Here's that little fan that was having some fun down near the Phillies dugout. People come dressed for the elements in this place. We play night games. 2-2. Breaking ball, a line drive, base hit left center. Martinez really waited on that pitch. Lined it to left, hit number 3 for the Giants. And they have a 2-out base runner.
Yeah, the pitch was high, a high slider. And it's a pitch that a hitter can identify and pick up in a hurry, and he just stroked it into center field.
So Martinez is 2 for 2. Here's Royce Clayton, who struck out his first time up on what looked like a split finger or a fork ball. Fastball over first strike. There goes the runner, Martinez. Pratt's throw is late, and he steals the base. Dave Martinez, his 4th stolen base of the year. The pitch was called a ball.
If Pratt's throw had not have been high, I think that he had him. He had a pretty good jump. And you saw a late call to the umpire because he was waiting to see if Martinez would slide off the bag with that extended arm, but he held on. Duncan was waiting for him.
Clayton lays off at 2-1. So Martinez in scoring position with 2 outs. He was there in the 2nd inning when Clayton struck out with 2 outs in the inning. Out over the direction of Kurt Manwaring, who waits on deck. 2-2. Clayton coming into the game at 298. Has been sidelined the last couple of games with a tight hamstring. Former #1 pick of the Giants out of the Los Angeles area. 2 balls, 2 strikes to him. He tried to check it, couldn't. A foul tip held on to by Pratt. Strikeout number 6 for Schilling. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Through 4, Phillies 1 and the Giants nothing.
Home run in the 4th inning for the Phillies. That's what it is, 1-0. Both teams with some chances, but the only run Eisenreich's homer.
Kurt Schilling leads it off for the Phils, then to Lenny Dykstra and Mariano Duncan. Schilling a strikeout victim his first time up. Brummett has walked 3, struck out 2 thus far, and given up 2 hits. Inside, ball 1. Dykstra on deck has walked and singled. Schilling a 146 hitter. 6 for 41 on the year. Grounded towards short in the hole, cut off by Clayton. Long throw, got him 1 down. Royce Clayton is really improved.
Now he's a good fielder and has a strong, accurate arm. Has a little muscle pull now that may limit his range. Didn't look like it on that play, however. Had time to get in behind it.
And Dykstra taking his time coming to the plate to allow Schilling to head to the dugout. There's a lot of foul territory here at Candlestick.
And he hitting .301, his season high. Tommy Green.
Coming off a very strong outing against the Dodgers, and he will pitch Tuesday against St. Louis at the vet. Whitey said Lenny over 300 now at 301 on a 1-for-1 night. He has been running the bases tonight, too. He's moved up on wild pitches. He's stolen a base, his 25th of the year, but has yet to score a run. 2-0 to Dykstra. Gets jammed and grounds it towards Robbie Thompson, who throws him out. 2 down. Dykstra was ahead in the count, and that's when he'll really rip a ball a lot of times, and that time he got jammed.
And got himself out there. Didn't quite get the barrel out there, and it was a sinker that didn't sink a whole lot. It stayed straight.
And that'll bring up Duncan. He has popped up foul to Clark and fly to Lewis in center. Mariano 0 for 2. Ball one with a breaking ball. Kruk waits on deck. Kruk has a couple of walks in the game. Now has 81 walks, does John Kruk. To lead the league. Foul towards the Phil's dugout. From at 6 foot, 180 pounder, now 26 years of age, makes his home in Wichita, Kansas, and was a star for the Wichita State Ball Club. College World Series a few years ago. Phillies drafted Tyler Green out of Wichita State, #1. This guy was a number 11 pick by the Giants in June of '89. Was the MVP of the College World Series in 1989. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball misses in the dirt. 2-2.
Wichita State Shockers. They seem to go to that College World Series now every year. Gene Stevenson is the manager of that team.
There's the Phillies manager looking on with Dennis Menke and John Vukovich. 2-2. Fly ball center field. Darren Lewis to his left, waits, squeezes it. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Phil's 1 and the Giants nothing.
If you've got a group of 25 or more, we'll give you a great time at a Phillies game. For all the details about a special package for your group at a Phillies game, call 463-5000.
July is jumping! It's Toyota's July's Jumping Sales Event. Drive the car everyone's talking about. Camry XLE V6, the best car built in the U.S. And right now, our special Camry lease program makes it even easier to get into our popular 4-cylinder Camry. Experience what Car and Driver calls one of the 10 best cars for 1993. But see a Toyota dealer now, because with deals this good, you gotta jump on it.
Toyota's got it.
Hot cars, hot deals. July is jumping!
Bert sells balloons. Bob sells balloons. Bert sells wacky gifts. Bob sells wacky gifts. Bert delivers. Bob delivers. So if Bob's got everything Bert's got, why is Bert busy and Bob not? Now, do you suppose Bert's got a big color ad in the book 9 out of 10 people use?
The genuine New Jersey Bell Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. By McDonald's, what you want is what you get at McDonald's today. And by AT&T, because you're not the same as anybody else, there's the iPlan. Kurt Manwaring leads it off, and the pitch is inside to him. Ball 1, Manwaring, and then the pitcher Brummett to the top of the order, and Darren Lewis. Manwaring fly to right his first time up. He is an opposite field hitter. Schilling gets it over, 1-1. Kurt has walked 1, struck out 6 through 4 tonight. cold, windy night at Candlestick. Mark Anderson, Phil's trainer. Milt Thompson is not playing. Broke out the big long parkas too. See Wes Chamberlain with one. Fly ball center field, hit well, but a lot of room for Dykstra. Throws on the brakes, almost falls, and grabs it one away. That happened to him yesterday. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Phillies Television Network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
That'll bring up Brummett, who grounded out to Kruk unassisted his first time up. Brummett with no batting average this year. 0 for 8 thus far. Slightly choking up. Schilling's pitch is hit in the air to left. Incaviglia broke back. Now he comes in and waits. 2 down. 2 up and 2 down here in the 5th to Lewis, who was grounded out and had an infield hit over the mound.
He gets a lot of those against the Phillies. He hits it good, it goes in. He hits it bad, it goes in. That's the way, that's the stroke to have. Lucky stroke.
This guy's a good player. Used to be in the Oakland organization. Traded for Ernest Riles, who is now with Boston. And has come on as one of the premier center fielders in the National League. Hits it in the hole to left, a base hit. He never used to pull a ball when he first came up, and now he'll pull them once in a while. Way up at third was Hollins in case he might bunt, and respecting his speed, so he just hit it by him.
And found a hole. That was a high slider that he pulled in the hole.
See where Hollins was. If he had been back even with the bag, he would have been able to make that play. That's what happens when a guy can run. He's stolen 33 this year, second in the league. Pretty good lead. Quick throw over there, and back in time is Darren Lewis. Giants have stolen 1 base tonight by Martinez. Robbie Thompson 0 for 1. He has struck out and walked. Thompson just off the DL yesterday. Strike call. Phillies thought they had him struck out his last time up. However,
well, he was struck out, and that wasn't even one of those borderline shots. That was had a good piece of the plate.
And then Schilling came back and got Will Clark on strikes. Pitched tough after he didn't get the pitch to Thompson. 1 ball, 1 strike on Robbie. Schilling pitching well tonight. Want to go fastball away to him. Lewis does not go, and the pitch is high, ball 2. Now Pratt and Schilling are going to have a little talk. Todd Pratt catching tonight. Darren Dalton will play tomorrow. Jim Fregosi has said that John Kruk will not play in the day game tomorrow. He'll play Ricky Jordan at first. There's Dalton with the night off thus far. And Ricky Jordan, who will play tomorrow. 2 balls and a strike. Quick move over to first, and Lewis back again. They're to the bottom of the 8th now at Mile High. St. Louis 12. Colorado Rockies 8. And an 8-run 6th inning did the Cardinals. Lewis looks like he wants to go. He doesn't, and it is outside. 3-1. Will Clark on deck. Lewis goes, and the pitch is popped up, playable in the infield. Duncan staggering around and makes the play. You never say routine in this ballpark. That'll do it for the Giants in the 5th. No runs to hit, no errors, and 1 left through 5. 1-0 Phillies.
What does it take to be a mountain man? Do you need a big horse? Do you need a deep tan? Do you have to have a saddle? Do you have to have the gear? Well, the simple truth is you just gotta have the beer.
Bush beer, an easy drinking Bush Light. Have you got what it takes to be a mountain man?
What does it take to live a mountain man's life? Get smooth Bush beer is a drinking Bush Light.
Skyscrapers are built to stand indefinitely. Monuments to technical achievement. At Infinity, they wanted luxury cars that would endure. So they patented new methods of construction to reduce body flex. So seams and joints stay tight. Visit your Infinity showroom and drive the new Q45 to see how rock solid it feels. Better yet, drive an old one.
Lease one of the world's most advanced automobiles, now at a very special rate for a limited time.
When you fly in coach, are you comfortable? Or if somebody leans back, you should have to offer him a shave? We at TWA have a much better idea. We're giving you the most legroom of any major U.S. airline in domestic or European service. And we're even adding footrests on all our wide-body planes. So sit back, relax, or do something really revolutionary like cross your legs.
After 5, the starters are still around. Curt Schilling with a walk and 6 strikeouts, his most strikeouts since June the 6th against Colorado. Greg Brummett has walked 3, struck out 2. Schilling has given up 4 hits. Brummett just 2, but the Phils lead it on the solo home run by Jim Eisenreich. Both teams here in the 6th inning will have their 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up. For the Phils tonight, that's Kruk, Hollins, and Eisenreich. Kruk has walked twice tonight. 2 of the 3 walks issued by Brummett, who walked Lenny Dykstra to lead off the ball game. Kruk with 81 walks. Tops in the league. Dykstra second with 79. Brummett last year was 10-4 at San Jose with a 2.61 ERA and 0-1 at Phoenix with an ERA of 7.71. It's his first year in the majors. Kruk takes it low and inside, 2-0. At Phoenix this year, 7-5 with a 3.54 ERA in 15 games, all starts. Happy 86th birthday they have out on the board, Whitey, to Melvin Belli, one of the great trial attorneys. He lives in this area.
Never used him.
And Kruk walks again on 4 pitches. John Kruk has walked for the 3rd straight time. Walk number 4 issued by Brummett, as Kruk has been really patient. And here's Hollins, who maybe has gotten himself out twice tonight. Walk number 405 for the Phillies, which leads the major leagues.
He's going to keep throwing Hollins that high slider, and Hollins is going to hit one of those pretty soon. He's had 2 good ones to hit. Or the high sinker's what it was.
There's a sinker ball down. They're playing Hollins to pull. Darren Lewis is shaded over a little bit towards right center. And Hollins has a huge gap in left center field, as you see there. No balls and a strike on Dave.
And that's outside. Is there an umpire in the National League who does not give the pitcher 6 inches off the plate?
That did look outside. 0-2 to Hollins. Hard ground ball. This should be a double play. They're the best in baseball at it. And the Giants turn it over. 2 up, 2 down now. Ball took a funny hop on Clayton, and he handled it well.
He could have taken the double play himself, but Thompson was at the bag. See, he had, when you call him outside, the hitter's got to swinging at him. Right outside, Hollins swung at it, evidently tried to pull it, and that happens a lot of times. When you try to pull a pitch outside, you hit into a double play.
Well, the Cardinals and the Pirates are coming to town. Don't forget, next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for the Cardinals, a business person special on Thursday, and then the Pirates for the weekend. This time next week, the Bucks will be in town Friday night, Saturday, Sunday afternoon will be the nostalgia game, the uniforms from 1933. Last time those 2 teams will be at the Vet this year. Call 463-1000 for your tickets. Eisenreich runs the count to 1-1. Jim, the difference in the ball game with a home run just into the first row in left field his last time up. Line down the line, foul that play. A ball and 2 strikes on Eisenreich. 2 outs and nobody on base here in the 6th. Checks on a breaking ball.
Colorado scored another run. 12-9 now, Cardinals, bottom of the 8th.
What a ballpark. Another breaking ball. This one way inside, and Eisenreich runs the count full at 3-2. 1 run on 2 hits and no errors for the Phillies. The Giants, no runs on 4 hits and no errors, and we're in the 6th. Tough play for the pitcher. He can't make it, so Eisenreich's going to get a base hit the way he can run. An infield hit for Eisenreich. So the Phillies have a 2-out base runner for Incaviglia. That's their 3rd hit.
If the pitcher doesn't get that ball, nobody's going to throw him out. Schilling had one like that earlier on Clayton, the shortstop.
Jim Eisenreich with 2 of the 3 Phillies hits. Incaviglia has grounded to 3rd and flied to center. Pete is 0 for 2. Battling a slump most of this month. He's 1 for his last 31 right now. One swing of the bat, the way that ball's flying out to left, though, and he could get a couple back. Phillies with a 1-0 lead. One to Incaviglia with Todd Pratt on deck. Phillies will be playing here at noon tomorrow Pacific time, 3 o'clock in Philadelphia. Two and 0 to Incaviglia. Ben Rivera pitches tomorrow against right-hander Dave Burba, and then Danny Jackson and Bill Swift on Sunday. Really pulling off. You could see on that breaking ball, and Incaviglia is just opening up, and tough to hit that way. He knows what he's doing. He just can't keep that shoulder in.
Especially tough to hit it low and away. You can hit that pitch even if you pull off, if it's, you know, up over the plate, but not if it's outside and low. You can't do anything but hit that off the end of the bat if you hit it.
See Dennis Menke looking on. They've been working a lot trying to get him straightened out. Pitch to Incaviglia, pulled off again on a breaking ball. It's 2-2.
Low and away.
Hitters know when they're doing it. It's just how do they stop?
See, you can't reach that pitch. That's one he really didn't pull off of. He kept his shoulder in there pretty good, but he still couldn't reach it.
Nice play, Matt Williams. Throw to second, got him. Fine play by the third baseman. Phillies out in the 6th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We're through 5 1/2, and the Phils lead at 1-0.
Next up, Darren Dalton.
What? You're out of uniform.
Coach, Zuba stripes are in.
Dalton, you need glasses.
Right, Coach. Philly Zuba's glasses from McDonald's.
Score big at McDonald's with Phillies glasses in 2 hot Zubas designs. Each only 79 cents when you order a bacon Swiss quarter pounder, a large fry, and a medium Coke Classic, or any other extra value meal.
Now what? What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
It happened branch by branch, neighborhood by neighborhood, community by community. Now with over 600 locations in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut, the banks of First Fidelity offer customers the largest branch network in the region. We also offer the strength of over $30 billion in assets, and we will grow stronger, neighborhood by neighborhood, community by community. First Fidelity.
Your
Quality Plus Ford dealers have the #1 selling trucks. Save $1,300 now on a well-equipped Ford F-150, the #1 selling truck in the world. Or drive a loaded Ranger for just $199 per month for 24 months. The new Ranger Splash is the hottest pickup in town. Only at your Quality Plus Ford dealer, the home of 5 of the top 10 sellers.
You better hit the ground running in a new Ford truck.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Jiffy Lube, America's favorite oil change. Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side. Your Nationwide insurance agent in Jenkintown is Richard Zeisis. And by your local Dodge dealers. Come in today because we know how to help.
Here we go to the 6th, the toughest 3, 4, 5 in the league as Dusty Baker looks on. Will Clark, Matt Williams, and Barry Bonds to face Schilling. Clark 0 for 2 with a ground out to short and a strikeout. Three #1 picks coming up. Clark to right field and deep. Back goes Eisenreich, and he grabs it right at the wall. I think he might have gotten in on him just a little bit, and Clark didn't get fully extended.
Well, he got pretty good wood on it. I think he hit that right on the meat. I don't know whether the wind knocks that ball down. He's eyeballing it.
Eisenreich,
nice play by Jim.
Had one more step. What a fine player he's been for the Phillies all year. What a pickup. Matt Williams 0 for 2. He has struck out and hit a vicious liner right at Hollins. Williams on the disabled list for a while with an abdominal strain. Did not play in the series in Philadelphia. Good breaking ball, swings and misses, 1-1.
Bobby Bynes gives Williams his little messages between every pitch.
I've been watching Bonds. He does it to some hitters and others he doesn't. I guess he has a rapport. Some of them want him doing that stuff and some don't. But I think Matt Williams is a guy that has been giving Bonds a lot of credit for helping him this year. He's a lot closer to home plate this season too than he used to be. There's Bonds at first. That's what White was talking about.
One guy that doesn't pay any attention to him is his son Barry. But he doesn't need any help, I don't think.
2 balls and a strike to Matt Williams. And a good eye, misses outside. 3-1. This is where he really gets dangerous. Great cripples hitter. They're in the 9th now at Colorado. St. Louis 12 and the Rockies 9. Williams might have chased a bad ball there. 3-2.
Gave him a 3-1 slider, and it was a little high, and he went after it anyway. There's those signs. Keep that right leg.
Wants him to back-leg it, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Stay back.
Back-leg it and come down on the ball. That was Mike.
3-2. Hard ground ball to third. Hollins has it. Throws to first. Matt Williams retired. 2 up and 2 down here in the 6th. Now here comes the first base coach's son, who is 0 for 2. He struck out and lined to Incaviglia at the wall near the Melot's number his last time up.
Do you believe that I did something that Melot never did?
What?
In terms of home runs?
No.
You wouldn't believe it, would
No. No disrespect there either. What was it?
I hit a home run in Connie Mack Stadium. Melot never hit one there.
All right.
All the home runs he hit, he never hit one in
Shibe Park then.
Shibe Park then, and then later Connie Mack.
There is the number of the great Mel Out, who died recently. Bonds fouls it off left side. It'll go to the crowd, and the count now 2-1 on Barry. In your interview with Joe Morgan before the game, he said he's convinced now that Bonds is not only the best player in the league, but number 2's pretty far behind.
Yeah, probably right.
And at one time, Joe Morgan was the best player in this league. 2-1. 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck is Martinez, who's 2 for 2.
For 2 years, Joe Morgan had this game figured out better than anybody I've ever seen. He just swung at strikes, and when he got a strike, he hit it hard.
3-1 to Bonds. Got a 3-1 breaking ball over. And Bonds, being the good hitter that he is, took it. Here we go, 3-2 to Bonds. Grounded to third, a tough hop for Hollins, who has it. Throws low and pulls Kruk off the bag. And Hollins continuing to have his throwing problems. That'll be an error. He made a good play on a bad hop and then made a bad throw.
I'll tell you, you get so you hold your breath with Dave. He had nice grip on the ball, side-armed it, threw that sinker ball, and
see Bonds trying to avoid the collision. So they give him an extra out. He should have gotten through the 3, 4, 5. Schilling made great pitches to those 3 hitters. Terrific 3-2 pitch that Bonds just had to put in play at the last second.
This is the time that Bonds would probably try to steal a base. He doesn't run much anymore.
Pitch to Martinez is high ball 1. He's doubled to left center and singled to left center. First error of the ball game. Strike called. He started to go then and then stopped. Bonds has stolen 15 bases in 21 attempts.
Schilling is doing a pretty good job. He slammed on the brakes. A good job of getting the ball to the catcher in a hurry. He's cut down on his stride.
Time called by Martinez. Count of 1 ball, 1 strike on him. 2 outs, and Barry Bonds on at first base. 1-0 Phils in the 6th. Good breaking pitch. Boy, Schilling's had outstanding stuff in there. This is the best stuff. He's got better stuff today than he had on Sunday even. That's the way he was throwing early in the year.
He's throwing 2 excellent sliders to Martinez, both right there on the outside corner. Not a whole lot you can do with that. You can get a base hit.
The 1-2 pitch. Bounced up there, and a nice play by Pratt. 2-2. Probably toss that ball out of play, and will. Now Schilling didn't like that one. Oh, now he wants Pratt to come out and talk to him. 2-2 on Martinez.
And Martinez has hit a fastball for a double in the left center field hole and a slider for a single up the middle.
Well, Schilling has had some luck with that forkball tonight. See what he does as Bonds leads off first. 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called right on the outside corner. According to Ron Barnes, another big strikeout for Schilling, his 7th. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left. Harry Callis back for play-by-play in the 7th. Phil's 1, and the Giants nothing.
It's often taken for granted, yet it's as precious as the very air we breathe. It's called freedom. And it's what inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new Personal Choice, a health plan that offers people the low costs of an HMO without asking them to give up what they value most, their freedom. Personal Choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
Mountain man survival skills. The basics. A true mountain man must have a keen sense of direction, a certain physical dexterity, and a talent for surviving the most unforgiving climates. Of course, nothing is more key to a mountain man's survival than plenty of smooth bush beer and easy drinking bush light. So, head for the mountains and learn how the mountain man survives even the most grueling conditions.
The 93 Pontiac Grand Am. You may never see payments this low again. You may never see a price like this again. Don't miss the savings during the 93 Pontiac closeout. Loosen your tie, take off your coat, roll up your sleeves. It's a business person special, Thursday, July 29th at 12:35. Compliments of Mellon PSFS. Go ahead, you deserve a break. Call 463-1000.
After 6 innings in play, it's the Phillies 1, the Giants nothing. Sunday at 2, a young boy turns to crime to pay his mother's medical bills. Michael Keaton and Joe Piscopo star in Johnny Dangerously, only on Philadelphia's movie station, PHL 17. Harry Callis in the 7th. Harry?
All right, thanks, Rich. And Todd Pratt leads off. Hit in the left. Bonds won't get that one. A base hit for Pratt. Where the Phillies hit number 4, it'll bring on Mickey Morandini.
Yeah, that's broken bat, but he'll take it. Slung it into left.
Morandini has flied out to left and grounded out. Phillies lead 1-0. The only run of the game, a home run by Jim Eisenreich. Now are going to get their first bullpen activity of the night. Dave Righetti, line drive center field. Lewis plays shallow, makes the catch easily. Morandini out, 1 down. That'll bring on Kurt Schilling, will be up there to try to move him along.
I think he hit that ball too hard. Dave Righetti.
So Kurt Schilling comes up. He is struck out and grounded out. And he will try to sacrifice here. Tramp, the runner at first base. Gets the bunt down nicely. Matt Williams throws to first. Sacrifice is good. It goes Williams to Thompson. Moves Pratt to second base for Lenny Dykstra. Dykstra has walked, singled, and grounded out.
Well, if he's gonna get a base hit, it better be one away from those outfielders. Because Pratt doesn't run that well, and Bonds is so close and left.
Bonds playing really shallow, probably too shallow. Dykstra does have opposite field punch. They're not going to give him a chance to swing the bat anyhow. Dude will be intentionally walked. This will be the 5th walk given up by Brummett. And they'll go after Mariano Duncan. So Dusty Baker going percentages, go right. Dykstra has walked for the 80th time this year. Second in the league in bases on balls, behind only teammate John Kruk. Mariano Duncan would love to foul up that strategy. He has fouled out to Will Clark and twice flied out to center field. Cardinals got another run at Colorado. They now lead that one 13-9. Still batting in the 9th inning. One ball and no strikes to Mariano Duncan. Don Pratt at second. Lenny Dykstra at first with 2 down. 2-0. He balls and no strikes to Duncan. I'd like to give Schilling a little more with which to work. It's a 1-0 ball game here in the 7th. Beats the ball foul, 2-1. Just foul down the third base side. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Clement got away with the pitch there. He kind of hung his slider. And ripped it, but pulled it foul.
Jeff Brantley, a right-hander, has joined Dave Righetti in the Giant bullpen. Two balls and 2 strikes to Duncan. Bouncing ball to Robbie Thompson. Duncan's retired. So are the Phils in the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. Stretch time at Candlestick. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Phils lead 1-0.
Are you ready?
Wavelength. It's the place to get the 411 on music.
Bell, Biv, DeVoe.
Lifestyles.
I'm gonna get a navel piercing. See right here.
Gossip.
Yo, Madonna, what's up with them stripes?
Straight talk.
We've got good students doing bad things.
And celebrities.
Are you tired of each other yet? Yeah.
Wavelength. It's like a talk show, but cooler. Check out Wavelength starting August 2nd at 5:30 on PHL 17.
If your business gives up AT&T quality because some other company predicts a deluge of savings on a long-distance call, don't be surprised if the forecast is wrong. Leaving AT&T doesn't make a lot of sense. If your business gives up AT&T quality, chasing after big savings from another long-distance company, don't expect to find a pot of gold. Leaving AT&T doesn't make a lot of sense.
Look at the Chevy CK 1500. Then look at the competition. CK has a refined, independent front suspension. Ford's goes back to the days of LBJ. CK gives you 24-hour roadside assistance. Try getting that with the Dodge Ram 150. Wondering whether Toyota T100 has a V8 like we do? Maybe that's why the competition doesn't even show up. Because nothing compares to a Chevy pickup. That's why your local Chevy Geo dealers are really kicking tailgate.
Hello, I'm Dick Vermeil. Does age alter thirst perception? You should remember that your perception decreases with age, making dehydration more likely. Make sure you drink enough water before and after exercise to make up for any water lost.
Jim Eisenreich's home run to lead off the 4th inning, the only run in the ball game. Phillies have left some runners on. They're 0 for 5 and runners in scoring position. And Schilling has really handled the middle of the Giants' order so far. 3, 4, 5 hitters combined. 0 for 9.
Royce Clayton will lead it off for the Giants here in the 7th. He's been up twice. Twice he has struck out. Phillies a run, 4 hits, 1 error. Giants no runs, 4 hits, and no errors. Popped him up. Near the mound, John Kruk will make the play. Clayton out on 1 pitch, 1 down. It'll bring up Kurt Manwaring. Manwaring has lined out to right, and he has flied out to center. Todd Benzinger has moved into the on-deck circle to bat for the pitcher Brummett. Fork ball, 1 strike to Manwaring. After the smoke cleared in the American League, there's now a 3-way tie for first in American League East. Toronto lost, so Boston's tied for first. They won, and the Yankees are tied for first. They won. Ground ball to Duncan, throw to first, and Manwaring is out, 2 down. Baltimore moves up to within a half a game behind the 3 tied teams at the top. Todd Benzinger, the switch hitter, hitting at .250. Batting .357 right-handed, .226 left-handed. As a pinch hitter, he is 6 for 29. Dave Righetti is up in the bullpen. He'll be the new pitcher for Dusty Baker in the 8th. One strike to Benzinger. Loops a foul out of play. 2 strikes to Todd Benzinger. Struck him out. That equals his career high in strikeouts, his 8th strikeout. Down in order go the Giants in the 7th. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We move to the 8th. It's 1-0 Phils. Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by your local Quality Plus Ford dealer, where you'll find 5 of the top 10 best-selling vehicles in America. By Bell Atlantic Mobile, advanced technology and people who make it mean something. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. Schilling with 8 strikeouts. I was incorrect saying it equals his career high. He had 9 strikeouts against the Dodgers at Veterans Stadium in April earlier this year. So he's 1 away from his career high, but he has shut out these Giants. Phillies lead 1-0. Dave Righetti is the new pitcher, delivers the Kruk low for a ball. Kruk has seen 13 pitches tonight, all balls. Walked the first 3 times he was up by Brummett. Got a strike there and fouled it to left field. 1 ball and 1 strike. Righetti, the veteran left-hander, is appearing in his 36th game. He's won 1, lost 1, no saves, 3.78 ERA. 33 in the 3rd innings, 33 hits and 14 earned runs, 23 strikeouts, 13 walks. On the inside corner, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kruk. Fouls it out of play, still 1-2. 0-2 strikes to John Kruk. Breaking ball, did he check? Evidently, it's 2-2.
He's lucky he wasn't called out. That looked like a pretty good pitch by Righetti. Take a peek at this one.
Yeah.
Looks like it might be outside, but not by much. And those pitches have been called strikes most of the night.
Struck him out as Kruk chased a high pitch. 1 down. It'll bring up Dave Hollins.
Slider, but high. You're right. It's also a good pitch to hit if you hit it. But just didn't catch up to it.
These Colorados are scoring in the ninth. It's now 13-11 St. Louis. Colorado's still batting in the ninth inning. Hollins has popped up twice, grounded into a double play. One and nothing. Hollins 4 for 6 against Righetti, including a home run. Lifetime. Two balls and no strikes. Two and one the count to Dave Hollins. Pops a foul out of play. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 to Dave Hollins. Full count. Walked him. So Hollins is aboard with 1 out for Jim Eisenreich. Eisenreich has grounded out, hit an opposite field homer, and singled. Eisenreich's home run, the only run of this ball game.
Here's the pitch, the sinker outside part of the plate, and ball really carried. Barry Bonds practicing that jump, I guess, because he didn't get close to the ball.
Breaking ball for a strike to Jim Eisenreich. Eisenreich against Righetti lifetime is 2 for 5. He starts against right-hand pitching, but has faced left-hand pitching and has hit very well against southpaws this year. 467, 14 for 30. Two strikes.
National League umpires set up on the inside corner, all of them, which makes you think after a while that they can't see the outside corner. They don't get a good look at it.
Manwaring sets up outside, hit in the hole. Clayton throws to Thompson. One relay double play. Giants' second double play of the night. They lead the league in that department. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 1-0 Phillies.
During Toyota's July's Jumpin' Sales event, the cars are looking and so are the deals. What's hotter than Corolla? For 25 years, a benchmark for quality in America. And right now, there's a special lease program that makes it easy to get out of the heat and into a new Corolla, where you'll find even more spacious comfort, quiet, safety, and performance. Or make a great deal on Tercel, the lowest priced two-door sedan with an airbag. See your Toyota dealer now.
Toyota's hot.
Hot cars, hot deals.
There was an old lady who lived in a shoe. A fresh little crib, you know, and brand spanking new. And that shoe let her do things that no man could do. She jukes and she cuts and stops dead in her tracks. She plants and she spins, leaving chumps on their backs. And who gets the credit? Some mother named Goose. Check you out, yo. Converse, of course, and that new React juice.
Next up, Darren Dalton.
What? You're out of uniform.
Coach, Zuba stripes are in.
Dalton, you need glasses.
Right, Coach. Philly Zuba's glasses from McDonald's.
Score big at McDonald's with Phillies glasses in 2 hot Zubas designs. Each only 79 cents when you order a bacon Swiss quarter pounder, a large fry, and a medium Coke Classic, or any other extra value meal.
Now what? What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
The Phillies' annual ALS autograph and auction party to benefit the ALS Association. The fight against Lou Gehrig's disease this year is Monday, August 2nd at 6 o'clock at Veterans Stadium. Remember, you must order tickets in advance. No tickets will be sold the night of the event. Order your tickets by phone by calling 463-1000 or purchase them in person at Veterans Stadium. They're just $10 for a worthy cause. All the 93 Phils will be on hand with silent and live auctions, grab bags, Philly Fanatic, and much more. That's August 2nd, 6 o'clock. Order your tickets now by calling 463-1000. Darren Lewis leads it off. He's 2 out of 3. Lewis and Dave Martinez have all the hits. Off Schilling. There's a short hop ball by Morandini, and Lewis is out, 1 down. That'll bring on Robbie Thompson. He has struck out, walked, and popped up. Drive center field. Dykstra can't get it, and it gets by him. Thompson rounding second, heading for third. He is there with a triple. Letty tried to make the diving catch. I don't know, Whitey, you're a center fielder in a 1-0 game. Do you play it safe or?
Well, yeah, I think you try to catch it if you can. That slider out a way that Thompson rifled, and Lenny got leather on the ball. That's a ball that really should have been caught. It would have been a good catch, but Lenny will tell you he should have had it.
So Thompson at third represents the tying run. Will Clark, the batter. The Phillies bring the infield in tight. First triple of the year for Robbie Thompson.
Definitely a ball he should have gone after and probably should have caught. It would have been a nice play. You got to make those plays.
1 ball and no strikes to Clark, who is grounded out, struck out, and fly to deep right. Loops it into shallow center. Duncan makes the catch nicely, even with the infield drawn in. That is a big out for Curt Schilling. Out number 2 here in the 8th, and the batter will be Matt Williams.
Well, that was a good play with the infield drawn in. And he had to catch that on the dead run and over his shoulder. Well, Clark a little disgusted at himself for not getting that run home.
Matt Williams has struck out. He has hit a BB to third base, caught by Dave Hollins, and he is grounded to Dave Hollins. 2 outs with Robbie Thompson at third base. One ball and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes.
Like Schilling may be overthrowing a little bit to Matt Williams. He got that big second out, and he's probably so souped up out there that trying to throw maybe too much.
Barry Bonds is on deck. High fly ball should be out of the inning. Lenny Dykstra there. He squeezes it, and that'll retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the 9th inning. Phil's lead 1-0.
There's no place on earth that I'd rather be than out in the open where it's all plain to see. If it's gonna get done, it's up to you and me. Come on and head for the mountains of Bush. Come on and head for the mountains of Bush. Here.
The Phillies try to feast on the East when they shuffle the cards Tuesday, July 27th and Wednesday, July 28th at 7:35. And Thursday, July 29th, 12:35 for a business person special. Then the Pirates walk the plank Friday, July 30th at 7:35. Saturday, July 31st at 7:05. And Nostalgia Day, Sunday, August 1st at 1:35 when everyone gets a free poster. Call 463-1000.
This is the new Infiniti Q45. Now, pretend this is acid rain. Pollution. Infiniti developed a revolutionary paint finish that resists these hazards. It even resists hairline scratches that cause dullness. I can't explain the process, but they'd be happy to at your Infiniti showroom. From start to finish.
Lease one of the world's most advanced automobiles, now at a very special rate for a limited time.
After 8 innings of play, the Phils won and San Francisco nothing. Monday at 8, when a young Mexican is killed near the border patrol chief goes after the killer. Charles Bronson stars in Borderline, only on Philadelphia's movie station PHL 17. Pete Incaviglia leaves it off. He has grounded out, flied out, hit into a fielder's choice. The new pitcher is Jeff Brantley coming on for San Francisco. Brantley appearing in his 27th game. He started 12 games, then moved out of the rotation into the bullpen. 2 quick strikes to Incaviglia. He's won 4, lost 5. His ERA is 4.38. 76 innings, 87 hits, and 37 earned runs. 44 strikeouts, 32 walks. And he has given up a lot of home runs. In 76 innings, he surrendered 14 homers. Two balls and 2 strikes to Incaviglia. St. Louis has won their game at Colorado. That's over now. 13-11 Cardinals. Pops a foul out of play. Mitch Williams, the wild thing, is up in the Phillies bullpen. Curt Schilling would be scheduled to hit 4th in this inning if there were an opportunity to get an additional run. They might hit for Schilling. Struck him out. 1 down. That'll bring on Todd Pratt. Pratt is struck out, fly to deep right center, and single to left. Ball and no strikes to Todd Pratt. One to Pratt. Up and in, he checked. It's 2 balls and a strike. Pops a foul, first base side. Clark over near the stands, makes a nice play. Pratt is out. That's 2 down. And it will bring on Mickey Morandini.
Well, was going to get that ball, even if he had to go over that railing. Outs are pretty important in this game right now.
Mickey is flied out to left. He's grounded out. He's lined out to center. One ball and no strikes. One and one. Scheduled to hit for the Giants in the bottom of the ninth, Barry Bonds, Dave Martinez, and Royce Clayton. One ball and 2 strikes. Nothing Phillies, excuse me, here in the 9th inning. Two and two. Flicks a foul over the Phillies dugout, stays at 2-2 to Mickey Morandini. Dugout looking on. Morandini called out on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Bradley. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We go to the moment of truth. The bottom half of the 9th inning. Phillies lead it 1-0.
Bert sells balloons. Bob sells balloons. Bert sells wacky gifts. Bob sells wacky gifts. Bert delivers. Bob delivers. So if Bob's got everything Bert's got, why is Bert busy and Bob not? Now, do you suppose Bert's got a big color ad in the book 9 out of 10 people use? The genuine New Jersey Belle Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company.
The 93 Pontiac Grand Am. You may never see payments this low again. You may never see a price like this again. Don't miss the savings during the 93 Pontiac closeout.
It happened branch by branch, neighborhood by neighborhood, community by community. Now with over 600 locations in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut, The banks of First Fidelity offer customers the largest branch network in the region. We also offer the strength of over $30 billion in assets. And we will grow stronger, neighborhood by neighborhood, community by community. First Fidelity.
If you think drugs are going to solve your problems, think again.
If you're planning to attend Tuesday's game at the Bet, be sure to stop by the AT&T booth located behind Section 224. Find out about AT&T services and register for a chance to win an AT&T cordless phone. Bonds hits a drive to deep center field. This ball game is tied on a home run by Barry Bonds here in the 9th inning. Barry Bonds hits number 28 to tie the ball game. Schilling had a game like this earlier here at Candlestick Park where he had a one-run lead in the 9th. Matt Williams tied it with a homer. Phillies went on to win that game in 12. But what a heartbreak, what a disappointment for Curt Schilling, who was working on a 5-hit shutout.
That pitch down and away a little bit. I'll tell you, he went out to get that. He just stood there and watched it.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure it cleared the fence by that much, but he must have known. He's hit enough of them, I guess, to know. You have to give him credit. He is some kind of ball player. He got just what the Giants needed.
A 1-1 ball game, and Dave Martinez is the batter. Martinez has doubled, singled, and struck out. 1 ball and no strikes.
Been behind Martinez in the count every time Martinez has been up there. Did get him on strikes the last time up, but he's got to pick it up, go from there.
Fouled it back, 2-1. David West and Larry Anderson will get up in the Phillies bullpen. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Martinez. Jim Fregosi would like to see Schilling get through this inning, go into extra innings. Schilling's scheduled to lead off the next inning if this game is tied. Bouncing ball, top to Duncan. Martinez is retired, 1 down. It'll bring up Royce Clayton. Clayton has twice struck out and popped up. One strike. Two strikes to Clayton. Struck him out, equaling his career high in strikeouts. 9 strikeouts for Schilling.
Pitcher was down and really had some action. I think that was his fork ball.
Brings on Kurt Manwaring, who has lined out to right, flied out to center, and grounded out. Ground ball shortstop. We should be going extra innings and are. Giants tie it on a home run by Barry Bonds. 1 hit, no errors, none left. We go to the 10th inning. We are tied at 1-1.
The Bud Light Spotlight's on Phillies!
We'll tell you what we like with our Bud Light.
Beach volleyball and Bud Light. Give me the Flyers and a Bud Light.
Cheesesteaks?
Cheesesteaks. Cheesesteaks.
And I'm all ready with the Philly cheesesteaks. Anything goes well with Bud Light. We like Bud Light and Dan.
Bud Light!
Bartender, we need a Bud Light.
If your business gives up AT&T quality because some other company predicts a deluge of savings on a long-distance call, don't be surprised if the forecast is wrong. Leaving AT&T doesn't make a lot of sense. If your business gives up AT&T quality, chasing after big savings from another long-distance company, don't expect to find a pot of gold. Leaving AT&T doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's often taken for granted, yet it's as precious as the very air we breathe. It's called freedom. And it's what inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new Personal Choice, a health plan that offers people the low costs of an HMO without asking them to give up what they value most, their freedom. Personal Choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
We move to the 10th inning. We're tied at 1-1, and Ricky Jordan will lead off as a pinch hitter for Curt Schilling, who pitched a fine ball game tonight. Lost his shutout in the 9th inning on the home run by Barry Bonds. Equaled his career high with 9 strikeouts, but Schilling is out of the game. And Ricky Jordan leads it off. Jordan hitting at .305 as a pinch hitter. He's 11 for 35. Jeff Brantley in his 2nd inning in relief for the Giants. Delivers a strike. Extra inning games, the Phillies are 8-2, 5-0 at home, 3-2 on the road. San Francisco in extra innings, 6-3. They're 4-2 at home, 2-1 on the road. Kevin Rogers is the left-hander up in the Giant bullpen. No balls and 2 strikes to the pinch hitter Ricky Jordan. Ground ball, shortstop, took a high hop for Clayton, and he throws Jordan out. 1 down, that'll bring up Lenny Dykstra. Lenny is 1 out of 2. He has walked single, grounded out, and been intentionally walked. Extra lifetime, good hitter against Brantley, 5 for 13. One ball and no strikes.
Phillies would like to get a run here and try to give Schilling a ball game. He certainly pitched well enough to win most all games.
Will Clark, guarding the line, will make the play himself. That's 2 down, and that'll bring up Mariano Duncan. Duncan is nothing out of 4. The only runs in this game, solo homers by Jim Eisenreich, and a game tire by Bonds in the ninth. Off the end of the bat, foul, and into the stands down the right field side. One strike to Mariano Duncan. Ground ball to Royce Clayton. Throws Duncan out. So a 1-2-3 inning for Brantley in the 10th. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We go to the bottom of the 10th, tied at 1-1.
You gotta hit the ground running.
Your Quality Plus Ford dealers have the #1 selling trucks. Save $1,300 now on a well-equipped Ford F-150, the #1 selling truck in the world. Or drive a loaded Ranger for just $199 per month for 24 months. The new Ranger Splash is the hottest pickup in town. Only at your Quality Plus Ford dealer, the home of 5 of the top 10 sellers.
You better hit the ground running in a new Ford truck.
Okay, panel. How can you recognize the genuine Yellow Pages?
It has a yellow cover.
Good.
It says a Belle of Pennsylvania on the front.
Right.
It has more choices inside.
Yes! That's the use of a genuine article from mere imitators. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
The genuine Belle of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic Company.
My store is my life. I've given it everything. To me, there's nothing else like it.
At Nationwide Insurance, we believe that every business is different. Each one has its own needs. You have to...
They've helped me with my home and car insurance, so I knew he could develop a plan to protect my business.
The last thing Bob needs to worry about is insurance. That's my job.
Nationwide is on your side.
Larry Anderson will be the Phillies' new pitcher. Game number 36 for Andy. He's won 3, lost 1, no saves. ERA of 1.78. 35 1/3 innings, giving up 27 hits, 7 earned runs. He has struck out 31 while walking 13. Mark Carrion has moved into the on-deck circle to bat for Jeff Brantley. So that'll be Carrion, and then the top of the order, Darren Lewis and Robbie Thompson. Bottom half of the 10th, tied at 1-1. Game at Los Angeles is over. The Dodgers have beaten the Mets 5-2. Larry Anderson on for Kurt Schilling, who pitched 9 fine innings, giving up 6 hits and 1 run. That run, a game-tying homer by Barry Bonds in the 9th. He struck out 9 and only walked 1. But he'll have a no decision to show for it, and Mark Carrion leads it off. Carrion hitting .333. He's 5 for 21 as a pinch hitter. Slider for a strike on the outside corner. Another slider. 2 strikes. It's a foul down the right field side. No balls and 2 strikes. Larry Anderson working here in the 10th. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball hit to shortstop. Mariano Duncan throws out Carrion. 1 down here in the 10th inning. That'll bring on the top of the order, Darren Lewis. Lewis is 2 out of 4. Nothing. Kevin Rogers back up in the Giant bullpen, the left-hander. We go to the 11th. He'll probably be the new pitcher. Foul back the bunt try, 1-1. Anderson's done a fine job for the Phils. Forty years young. One ball and 2 strikes.
One outside. Much.
Two and 2. Him out. That's 2 down here in the 10th inning. It'll bring on Robbie Thompson. Thompson is 1 out of 3. Is struck out, walked, popped up, and tripled. Played off the wide slider. Gave him one on the inside corner. A good pitch.
Yeah, that was a good pitch because Thompson was leaning. Anderson's slider that he usually throws away gets a lot of hitters leaning out there.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Wouldn't chase that one. 2 and 2. Struck him out. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Larry Anderson. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Chris Wheeler joins Rich Ashburn in the 11th. At the end of 10, still 1-1.
We know how to
pitcher. Wheel.
All right, Whitey, thank you very much. Kevin Rogers, the 4th pitcher used tonight, the left-hander. He is 0-2 with a 3.16 earned run average in 37 games. And as we go to the 11th inning. And John Kruk will lead it off for the Phillies. Phillies had a game just like this out here earlier in the year when the Giants tied it with a homer in the 9th inning. And the Phils won it in the 12th. Here's the pitch to Kruk. It's over for a strike. Kruk has walked 3 times and struck out. His last time up off Rigetti. Here's the pitch on the way to Kruk. Fouled out of play left field line. What do they ought to do? Put an S on Bonds' shirt? Isn't he unbelievable?
Yeah,
he's on another level.
He's first pitch off Schilling, boom.
Yeah, I mean,
he wasn't playing cozy up there, trying to work anything. He was up there hacking.
Kruk with a ground ball base hit through the middle for John Kruk, and that'll bring up Dave Hollins. The Phillies get their leadoff man on here in the 11th inning. And in their bullpen, David West and Mitch Williams are throwing. They're the 2 left-handers. Hollins 0 for 3 with a walk. He unlikely would be bunting.
No, I don't think he'll bunt.
No.
This is how a lot of managers play it on the road, but Hollins is a better right-hand hitter than left-hand hitter.
And you have a left-handed hitter on deck. Nobody up in the Giants bullpen, by the way. Hollins takes it over for a strike. Here's Fregosi looking on. Hollins off Rogers is 0 for 1 lifetime. John Kruk, a very short lead off first base. Eisenreich waits on deck. Here's the pitch. Inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Phillies are short off their bench right now because Stocker is really not able to play. They have 1 less player. They're not going to disable him because they think, there's Kevin, they think he'll be ready to play by the Cardinal series. So they have Batiste, Chamberlain, and Dalton available. Here's the pitch to Hollins. Good block by Manwaring on a breaking ball inside. 2-1. Dusty Baker.
Dusty Baker. What a job he's done here. A lot of people criticize, you know, that move of making him manager.
Not now. 2 balls and a strike on Hollins. A pitch to Dave. Ground ball to short. Could be 2. To Thompson. Double play. Second double play that Hollins has grounded into tonight. And the third turned by the Giants, who lead the league by a mile in that category. 116 of them.
Perfect double play ball. Nobody turns it better than that Robbie Thompson down there at second.
Boy, is he quick, how quick he is.
I mean, you can see the runner isn't even close to him. Of course, Kruk isn't running very well.
So 2 outs and nobody on base for Eisenreich. And Rogers' first pitch is outside. Eisenreich got the Phillies their 1 run with a homer in the 4th. Infield hit in the 6th. He grounded into a double play in the 8th. Up the middle, it hit the mound, and that slowed it up. Goes right to Clayton, and he throws him out. That was going to be a base hit. And the mound kicked it right over to Clayton. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. To the bottom of the 11th, 1-1.
Do you have a hearty appetite for action? Satisfy your hunger with a Bronson Angry Man movie, featuring 50% more action than regular movies. You'll see Charles Bronson settle his beef with high-stakes criminals as he assaults them with punches and peppers them with bullets, giving them gravy misgivings. It's a feast for the eyes as he beams the bad guys and beats the outlaws. With your movie, you'll get a generous portion of au gratin killers getting their just desserts. Look for these varieties of Bronson Angry Man movies, Monday and Tuesday night at 8 on PHL 17.
Some people hate to stop for gasoline. We do it for a living. Just going from one Sunoco station to another. Checking to make sure a gallon is truly a gallon. That the octane you pay for is the octane you get. That the gasoline is as good coming out of the pump as it was coming out of the refinery. So next time you're moaning because you have to pull over for gasoline, think of us. We have to stop 1,183 times this year.
Upon completing the rear axle assembly diagram set using a 9-inch gripping wrench, tighten the C diagram set and secure the frame extenders to the housing mount. Congratulations, you built a tricycle. While the simplest things can be made complex, the challenge is making the complex simple. But that's what we do at Bell Atlantic Mobile, with straight answers, clear explanations, and with no assembly required. Bell Atlantic Mobile, advanced technology and people who make it mean something.
Stop dreaming and live the life of a Philly at Phillies Dream Week. 1 week in Clearwater Beach, Florida this January to laugh and play with Ennis, Taylor, Hebner, Wise, and many more. So call now 215-938-1200. Space is limited, 938-1200. Changes for the Phillies. Wes Chamberlain's coming into the game to play in right field. And David West is the new pitcher for the Phils. There's Chamberlain, who will bat in the 9-hole. And the new pitcher, David West. West 1-2 with a 2.68 ERA. 43rd game for the left-hander, acquired from Minnesota from Mike Hartley. Pitched a scoreless inning here yesterday, and he has Clark, Williams, and Bonds here in the 11th. And pitched to Will Clark on the way. Inside, ball 1. Clark tonight 0 for 4 off Schilling. Schilling made a great pitch on him in the 8th with Robbie Thompson at third, 1 out. And broke his bat and popped him up and got out of that inning. Here's the next pitch to the throw, and it's outside. Ball 2, 2-0. West in his 6th game this year against the Giants. He's pitched well against them so far. Strike called, and Clark didn't like it.
A little low. Down there by the knees. That's a pitch they don't call a strike, though. It might have even been below the knees.
Here's the pitch to Clark. Base hit center field. Well, the Giants have their leadoff man on here in the 11th inning for Matt Williams. 0 for 4.
I guarantee you he won't bunt.
No, they wouldn't bunt him because then you walk Bonds.
Yeah.
And, you know, Williams being the 4-hole hitter, they're not going to bunt him anyway, but they certainly wouldn't do anything to take the bat out of Bonds' hands. There's Barry waiting on deck. Bonds tied it with a home run in the 9th. And we are now in the 11th. David West, third Phillies pitcher of the ball game. Here's the pitch to it. Williams swinging a miss at a high fastball. No balls and 1 strike on Matt Williams. Williams swing and a miss. 0-2 on Matt Williams.
Chased 2 high fastballs.
So West ahead of him in the count, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball, shallow right field. Chamberlain just into the game, has a beat on it. Waits. And there's 1 away, and here comes Superman.
Well, I expect him to do something, and most of the time he does.
Yeah, he did big things in the 9th inning. The first pitch he saw, a home run. Just to the right of dead center. And that ball didn't look like it made it for that much, but he stood there and watched it.
Yeah.
He thought it was out from the time he hit it.
If I'd have hit the top of the fence, he'd have been a little embarrassed.
He'd have barely gotten a double. But it went over. Here's the pitch to Bonds. Strike called on the inside corner. He turns and looks at Ron Barnes.
Funny part of it was the pitch he hit for a home run wasn't a bad pitch by Schilling. It was away and down a little bit.
It was almost like he knew it was coming. Jim Fregosi told me the other day that he sat next to him. There's Baker. During the All-Star game, and Barry Bonds was telling him every pitch a guy was throwing from the American League. He said it was almost uncanny the way he could pick it up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss and a good breaking ball.
Didn't pick that one up. That was a good slider. It was a ball.
The on-deck batter is another left-handed hitter, Dave Martinez. There's his dad, Bobby.
His dad could play some baseball. He had power, tremendous speed.
Clark leads off first. The pitch to Barry. 2-2.
If I were John Kruk, I'd be back off that bag at first.
Bonds checks on a breaking ball. Now it's 3-2. Do you start Will Clark here?
Well, I suppose they will. But it's too late now. But you would want to encourage Clark to steal.
Here's the pitch. There he goes, and it's grounded foul first base side.
That was a good pitch by West. A slider.
And a good hitter fouls it. Stays alive is what he does.
And he not only fouled it, he hit a pretty good foul. Stung it.
Clark an average to below average runner on at first. West from the stretch. 3-2. There he goes again. And Bond swings and misses. Pratt's throw to second. Out at second base. A strikeout double play as Bonds went after a high fastball. We are now through the 11th. No runs, one hit, no errors, and nobody left. To the 12th, 1-1.
Hey, Jersey, I'm buying. I drink Bud Light because I'm 245 pounds of U.S. steel and sex appeal.
He's unbelievable.
Jersey girls dig Bud Light.
Bud Light is made in New Jersey.
You know, we own that Statue of Liberty. They stole it from us.
Yo, bartender, Bud Light.
You want one too, don't you?
How about a Bud Light? Yo, it's Jersey stuff. It's Bud Light, you know?
Bud Light, up and away.
And now for something different. Domino's new thin crust pizza. It's really something. A crispy, crackly, crunchy crust pizza. It's a whole nother taste in a whole nother way. Now that's something. Try it now and you'll also get
Something for nothing when you call Domino's.
Right now, you can buy 2 delicious medium thin crust pizzas for only $8.99. That's right, 2 for $8.99. But it's for a limited time. Domino's delivers. Call today.
My store is my life. I've given it everything. To me, there's nothing else like it.
At Nationwide Insurance, we believe that every business is different. Each one has its own needs. You have to...
They've helped me with my home and car insurance, so I knew we could develop a plan to protect my business.
The last thing Bob needs to worry about is insurance. That's my job.
Nationwide is on your side.
All fans receive a great-looking poster, compliments of Thriftway. The teams wear uniforms from 1933. The Phillies play the Pirates on Nostalgia Day, Sunday, August 1st at 1:35. Call 463-1000.
Bill Thompson leads it off here in the 12th inning. Fouls the first pitch back. It'll be Thompson, Pratt, Morandini, and then Chamberlain, who is hitting in the 9-hole. Thompson came on for defense in the 9th inning, replacing Incaviglia, who had been 0 for 4 in the game. Milt batting at 241. They play him around the left. Kevin Rogers in his second inning of work gets it over, 0-2. Bullpens have been excellent tonight on both sides. 1-1 in the 12th inning. Thompson takes it outside. Rogers ready with a 1-2. Thompson a high chop. There's a lot of trouble if it stays fair. They'll just let it go. And it's a base hit for Milt Thompson. Nothing else they could do about it.
That grass is so soft and so plush. When the ball hits, just almost plugged. It was right off the plate. Milt could have taken his turn at first and gone for 2.
That never even did get to the dirt.
No.
Thompson is a base-stealing threat. Although Rogers, a left-hander, it's tougher to run off him. Pratt, the batter. Todd is 1 for 4.
Patty might bunt.
I don't know, you got a left-handed hitter on deck, and he is around to bunt. He bunts it foul, third base side, as Williams was on it quickly. I think Fergosi might be worried about another double play here, too. Phillies have hit into 3 of them tonight.
Yeah, and I think you have to try to get that runner in first in a position to score with 1 out.
See Jim looking on from the dugout. Danny Jackson sitting there beside Dennis Menke. And now Todd Pratt goes down to talk to Bo to see whether he took the bunt off or not. Milton Thompson, a good base runner on at first. He's around to bunt again, and he bunts it foul. Guys like Pratt don't bunt much. And when they're called on to do it, they're going to have trouble doing it usually. So now they'll wipe it. It's 0-2, you would think.
They bunt in practice all the time, but it's not the same. You're as bunting off better pitching.
Well, a lot of times you see a guy not get it down and get a base hit. See what happens. 0-2. Phillies with their leadoff man on again in the extra innings. Here's the pitch to Pratt. Jammed, line drive right field, but right there is Martinez. Pratt fought it off and hit it right at the right field and 1 away for Morandini. Another extra inning game out here was on May the 4th when the Phillies beat the Giants 4-3 in 12 innings. That game also tied by a homer in the 9th. Matt Williams did it that night off Kurt Schilling. Morandini 0 for 4. Mickey bunts for a base hit. He thought he stayed off the pitch, and Barnes says he bunted through it. Strike 1.
Well, they pulled that bat back a little too soon. See, he pulled it back. He really did, but or a little too late, I should say, not too soon.
Yeah, because he said he bunted at it. Morandini shot at Matt Williams, juggles, throws to second, 1 back to first, safe. What a play by Williams, and if he didn't juggle it, he had 2. And he was way up. Boy, these guys have a great defense.
Boy, they haven't made many mistakes, at least against the Phillies. They've made all the plays. This was a shot, too.
Telling me. Look where he was playing. He has a double play if that doesn't happen. How quick Thompson turns this. Close. Now here is Chamberlain with his first at bat of the ball game. West fouls it off right side now to play. Chamberlain coming in on a double switch when David West entered the game. West at 275 with 8 homers and 25 runs batted in. Same spot, 0-2.
Morandini has to go here. Try to steal a base. They haven't been able to bunt him down there. If he gets thrown out, if they get another inning, you start West off with a fresh count, and he might make it.
He doesn't go, and the pitch to Chamberlain. Well, boy, is he wearing out that spot. That one was a little lower. 0-2. Kevin Rogers. It's been Greg Brummett, Dave Righetti, Jeff Brantley, and now Rogers. He's working in his second inning. As Baker looks on from the dugout. The ball's 2 strikes on West Chamberlain. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. He struck him out. Phillies are going in the 12th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left to the bottom of the 12th. 1-1.
Macy's preseason sale. Everything you'll need for fall. $365 Evan Pacone suit, now $259.90. Our $39.50 Clubroom Pinpoint Oxford shirt, now $29.90. Our $25 Clubroom knit shirt, now $19.90. $70 Rockport Fitness Walker, now $49.90. Macy's preseason sale. Our biggest sale of the year. Hurry, prices go up August 2nd.
We know how to help you save during the Dodge 93 model clearance. Check out the lowest priced 6-passenger car out there, Dodge Spirit, with air and no extra charge, to keep your family happy. For a total of over $2,500 in savings. A great value at around $12,100.
Is this correct?
Absolutely. The factory authorized 93 model clearance. See your nearest Dodge dealer today.
If your business gives up AT&T quality because some other company predicts a deluge of savings on a long-distance call, don't be surprised if the forecast is wrong. Leaving AT&T doesn't make a lot of sense. If your business gives up AT&T quality, chasing after big savings from another long-distance company, don't expect to find a pot of gold. Leaving AT&T doesn't make a lot of sense.
Some of the Hardy fans still remaining here at Candlestick Park as we are in the bottom of the 12th inning. In a 1-1 ball game, Dave Martinez will lead it off. Royce Clayton to follow, then Kurt Manwaring. Pitcher Rogers is due to bat 4th. And Gino Minutelli, another left-hander, the third that Dusty Baker has in his pen, is loosening. Rod Beck and Mike Jackson are the other 2 pitchers he has available. Both were in the game yesterday. David West beginning his 2nd inning out of the pen. And the pitch to Martinez is fouled away. Dave Hollins is way up at 3rd. Kruk is guarding the line at 1st. There's Hollins. Martinez will bunt, and he's protecting against that, and Hollins and Kruk trying to prevent an extra base hit down the line. Martinez tonight 2 for 4, all of his at-bats coming off the starter Schilling. Strike called, 1-2 to Dave Martinez. 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error for the Phillies, 1-7-0 for the Giants. As these teams battle into the 12th. Breaking ball fouled out of play. It's 2-2 now to Martinez. Giants got their leadoff man on in the 11th, Will Clark, but then Williams flied out and Bonds struck out into a double play. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Strikeout number 2 for West. 1 out in the 12th.
Martinez didn't like the call. It was close, a slider, a little outside.
13 strikeouts tonight for Phillies pitching. 9 by Schilling, 2 by Anderson, now 2 by West. Giants pitchers have struck out 5. Royce Clayton, he struck out 3 times tonight, all of them was Schilling. Hard ground ball to short, right at Duncan. Mariano's low throw, and it's dug out by Kruk, 2 down. Play by Kruk. And we'll bring up Kurt Manwaring.
Mariano had a lot of time here, but a little low. A little short hop, though. That's kind of routine for a first baseman.
Kruk really got down on that one. He's been letting a lot of balls get away from him. He'll admit that. And He made sure that that one didn't get away. And Kruk remains over on the line, as does Hollins, well back at third now with 2 outs for Manwaring. Outfielders all deep. Here's the pitch to Manwaring, and it is outside, ball 1. Nobody in the on-deck circle as of yet. The pitcher Rogers due next. And now it looks like Rogers has just walked out there. Fouled away. Check swing, foul, first base side. Third time this year the Phillies and the Giants have gone to extra innings, and the Phillies have won the other 2. One out here in the 14-inning game at the vet, or a 10-inning game at the vet. Fouled away. One ball, 2 strikes on Manwaring. 2 outs, nobody on base. In the 12th, tied at 1. Struck him out on a high fastball, and David West does another strong. Rogers begins his 3rd inning of work. And the pitch to Lenny is over for a strike. Dykstra tonight is 1 for 3 with a couple of walks, one of them intentional. Facing Rogers for the first time. Dykstra, Duncan, and Kruk due to bat. Roger Mason starting to loosen up in the Phillies bullpen. There's the big right-hander. 1-1 on Dykstra.
Manwaring held that. He wanted that pitch. It was close.
Crowd thought that Barnes was about ready to come up with a strike call, and he didn't.
Manwaring actually pushed the ball down. If he held the mitt where it was, he might have got the call.
2-1 to Lenny. Grounded to Clark, right on the line, steps on the bag. That's the 2nd time that's happened to him in extra innings. That's why they guard the line, 1 away.
And then he stung it with a 1-hopper right at 2-hopper right at Clark, who was almost playing on the bag.
That'll bring up Duncan 0 for 5. And he faces Rogers for the first time in the game. Big swing and a miss.
Hard to believe these teams have played 12 innings and they've only scored a run. They both have strong offensive teams.
From solo homers. Thompson throws out Duncan, 2 away. And that'll bring up John Kruk, who's 1 for 2 with 3 walks. Dave Hollins is on deck, and then West is batting in the 5-hole. Batting at .344, gained a point on his average in this long night. Breaking ball fouled out of play left side. 2 outs, nobody on base in the 13th inning, tied at 1. There's David West, who's pitched 2 strong innings. Rogers ahead of Kruk now, 1-2. Truck got a base hit off him to lead off the 11th. Lugosi has seen his team play a lot of long games in the last couple weeks. And we're in another one. Truck with a ground ball to second, right at Robbie Thompson, gobbles it up, throws him out, 3 up and 3 down in the 13th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 13th at
1-1. Clint Eastwood. In 2 movies that
he's going to lead it off. He'll bat for Kevin Rogers, who pitched 3 strong innings. That young fan still hanging in there. Scarsoni did a great job against the Phillies, playing regularly when they were at the vet. Steve batting at .322, and according to this is his first pinch hitting appearance. Be Scarsoni, and then the top of the order, Darren Lewis and Robbie Thompson. David West into his 3rd inning. Broken bat up the middle. Duncan doesn't come up with it. Scarsoni's on. That'll be an error on Duncan.
Mariano got to the ball. Just didn't get the glove on the ball. Just kicked it.
That's the first error of the ball game. And the 15th on Duncan. No Darren Lewis the batter, and the Phillies will look for a bunt as Hollins is way up at 3rd. West moves over, and Lewis did turn to bunt. And going on 2 o'clock back at home. Heck of a ball game tonight. Scarsoni leading off first. And the pitch. Good bunt. Kruk is on. He'll go to first for Morandini. Sacrifice 3-4. And Scarsoni moves to second with 1 out and Robbie Thompson. Lewis does a lot of things well. Thompson is 1 for 4 tonight with a triple off Dykstra's glove in center in the 8th inning, and he's walked and struck out twice. His first at bat tonight off West. And Mike Jackson starting to loosen up. This game goes to the 14th. The Giants will need a new pitcher. Pitch to Robbie Thompson is high ball 1. Will Clark on deck. There is the thrill waiting. Thompson fouls it off right side.
West has had good stuff. This is his 3rd inning. He's had good stuff all the way.
And now West wants a new baseball from the home plate umpire Ron Barnes, who obliges him. We are in the 13th inning. Steve Scarsoni on at second base with 1 out, and Robbie Thompson the batter. Almost chased a high fastball. 2-1. Thompson likes the ball up, and he'll also chase those pitches. Thompson, his 2nd game back off the DL. Fouled away again right side. The count even at 2-2. Center field deep. Back goes Dykstra. He has room at the track. Hauls it in. Scarsoni tags and heads for 3rd, and he'll stay there. Thompson hit a long fly ball to center, run down for Dykstra, and that's the second out of the inning, and here comes Clark.
It was a fastball right through the heart of the plate. That's why it was probably hit so well, but Lenny had it all the way. Get it back to the infield in a hurry.
Yeah, Scarsoni aggressively tagged, made a turn at third, and then Wendell Kim held him. So Will Clark 1 for 5, and that hit coming off West to lead off the 11th inning. Beats a foul first base side.
There's a time where those balls would bounce up there, scare you. And West will bounce that slider once in a while. Usually not the fastball.
Just thinking that. Another foul ball, first base side.
Clark has chased 2 bad pitches, both low. One a fastball, one a slider.
Well, West has him in the hole 0-2. See which way they go on him, whether he throws him one of those breaking balls or not. They're going to go away from him. And the 0-2 pitch on the way is popped up. Shallow left field. Thompson's there. And the Phillies are out of it here in the 13th. They dodge a bullet on that leadoff error. No runs, no hits, an error, and 1 left. We're headed to the 14th. Tied at 1.
It's Saturday. I'm not going to mow the lawn. I'll hire him to mow the lawn and paint the garage. No, the garage. I'm dreaming big. With Super 7, I'll buy a car. No, cars. Meet exotic people. Not him. Her. I'll be in the money. Moolah. Saturday. Super 7. If I can dream it, I can win it.
Just last year, John Posmato scaled the rocky slopes of Kilimanjaro, trekked through the murky waters of the Amazon, and captained a tall ship through the treacherous Strait of Magellan.
Mellon PSFS employees are giving their time to help people embark on some of the greatest adventures of their lives.
All it took was learning to read.
The Bud Light Spotlight's on Philly!
We'll tell you what we like with our Bud Light.
Beach volleyball and Bud Light. Give me the Flyers and a Bud Light.
Cheesesteaks?
Cheesesteaks. Cheesesteaks.
And I'm not ready with the Philly cheesesteaks. Anything goes well with Bud Light. We like Bud Light and Dan.
Bud Light!
Bartender, we need a Bud Light.
Mike Jackson will be the new pitcher for the Giants. We'd like to correct something from the last inning, which it's hard to believe that was scored a hit, that ball Scarsoni had, that Duncan didn't come up with.
That was an error all the way.
Yeah, the Phillies did have an error earlier by Dave Hollins, so they still have the 1 error in the game, and that was amazing scoring. Here's Mike Jackson, the workhorse right-hander for the Giants. Was in the ball game yesterday, coming into game number 55 with a 5-2 record and a 2.86 earned run average. Jackson also has 1 save. And Dave Hollins will lead it off. Darren Dalton has moved out in the on-deck circle. There's a ground ball. Clark off his chest. Hollins running hard, and he is safe. He is safe at first base. There's a collision there with Jackson and Will Clark. Jackson is hurt, and now they want to argue, but they're worried about Mike Jackson, Whitey.
Well, Jackson thought he was going to have to cover the bag, and it looked like Clark was going to give him the throw, then changed his mind and decided to go to the bag himself, but Jackson was committed to the bag, and he went over Will Clark. Clark just kind of shouldered him over his body. He really went down in a heap. And you hope Mike Jackson's not hurt.
Here's a replay on it. Let's see if we can see what happened.
To Hollins' credit, he really hustled down the line. Now there's the juggle. Now Clark looks like he's going to flip it. Now there's Jackson. See, he just
Oh boy, they're bringing a stretcher out right now too as he gets flipped.
Wonder what. That arm. That right arm. He landed right on his arm.
Oh boy.
Clark's arguing.
I believe they're scoring it an error. They gave Clark an error on the play. And Mike Jackson is hurt seriously, it appears.
Yeah, there's where the error is, and it would have been a routine play had he not juggled.
And he is safe.
Yeah, I think he's safe. I think he beat, at least tied Clark to the bag.
Oh, and Mike Jackson hit hard on that right shoulder. He is such a nice young man. There's Dusty Baker out there talking to the first base umpire, Hallion, and it looked like on the replay that Hallion got the call right. The Giants don't want to hear it right now. Now Jackson is sitting up.
Well, maybe he's not hurt that badly. It looks like the stretcher will not be used.
Good. Maybe he was just jarred more than. Mike leads the league in appearances with 55 of them. Now they're bringing out that cart that they usually save for the 49ers. And now Jackson on his feet, and they're helping him to the. You know, is it a leg?
It must be a leg because they're not worried about his shoulder.
No, it's a leg. And Mike Jackson being helped off, and that's a crushing blow for the Giants. As I said, he leads the league in appearances with 55 of them. He is a real workhorse. Here's another look at it, Whitey.
I see Jackson was going to the bag, and he can't stop. Yeah, Hollins was safe. You can see that with the feet. I wonder what he hurt. His legs look all right there. Maybe his backbone there at the bottom of his backside, or the top of his backside. That's Rod Beck.
There his knee may have gotten extended right there. His leg was planted. Well, it had to be his right leg. Do you think the Giants aren't serious about this game? Rod Beck on now. Their ace closer. There he is. Well, Rod Beck on the Phillies with a leadoff man here in the 14th inning. Darren Dalton's going to pinch hit, and we'll be back after this. Mitch against the Giants this year has one save, and that came in that extra inning game out here on the 4th of May. There's Todd Pratt, who caught the first 13 tonight and just knocked in the go-ahead run. And Mitch Williams will have his work cut out for him. It'll be Matt Williams, Barry Bonds, Dave Martinez. Todd Pratt, who his teammates called Tank. Say that Darren Lewis caught the last ball hit by Morandini, by the way. I'll call him Jackson once in a while for some reason.
Honest mistake, Wheels.
Yeah.
Both center fielders, both cover a lot of ground.
Yep. Well, here's Williams, who is 0 for 5. Facing Williams. We are in the 14th. Ball 1.
This is where the save situation is a save.
Oh, yeah. And at 2:20 in Philadelphia, anybody who stayed with this one the whole way knows they'll probably be squirming a little bit in this inning. Two balls, no strikes to Matt Williams. Fly ball left field. It's playable. Thompson coming in. Waits. 1 away.
Matt Williams helped him there, swung at a high pitch.
And look who's coming up. Barry Bonds against Mitch Williams. Bonds hit a home run in the 9th to put us into extra innings. Pitch to Bonds. Fastball for a strike call.
I think Mitch Williams would rather pitch to Barry Bonds than some other hitters. He considers Bonds such a challenge.
Bonds pops it up. Shallow center field. Thompson's going to come over into left center. Waits, squeezes it. 2 outs here in the 14th. And Dave Martinez will come up, another left-handed batter. Barry Bonds, by the way, off Mitch Williams is 1 for 12 lifetime. We waited till he popped up to mention it.
Good idea.
Not into Black Cat remarks. Martinez had a double and a single early in the game. Since then, 0 for 3. He is 2 for 5 in the game. Guarding the line, Hollins and Kruk. The pitch to Martinez. Swing and a miss. Foul away, 0-2.
Can't be this easy, Wheels.
Why did you say that?
Cannot be this easy.
No balls, 2 strikes on Martinez. 2 outs and nobody on. 2-1 Phillies, 14th inning. Here's the 0-2. Fly ball, shallow right. Morandini going back. He waits. He grabs it. And the Phillies show the Giants they can win a tough one. 14 innings. That guy right there, Todd Pratt, knocks in the winning run. And Mitch Williams comes in and picks up a save. His 26th of the year. And the Phillies prevail in 14 innings, 2-1. Mitch Williams gets a save, and Sunoco and your local Sunoco dealers will donate $100 to the Vern Foundation in the name of Mitchell. Mitch Williams. Phillies win it 2-1. We'll be back with more right after this.